low volume.
The confidence in the Cowboys since the acquisition of Amari Cooper, you can see it in their quarterback, and they're throwing more. Charles pointed out the third downs have been third and short more. That helps. And here's Prescott to throw it here. Looking to set up a screen. Elliott's got room. Ezekiel Elliott, look out! Inside the 20. Yards to Elliott on the screen.
Watch these guys get out here to block. All right, here comes the screen to get set up, and look at the big fellas come out and block. Nice non-block right here by not clipping and not causing a penalty. That's number 78, making that nice play for him. Excuse me, 76, Xavier Zulfila. So what a nice job getting out in front, patiently setting up the screen and chopping people down.
10th play of this drive for Dallas on their opening possession, and it's been a good one. Fake to Elliott, pressure up the middle. Prescott gets rid of it somehow. Swain makes the catch, and instead of a sack by Grady Jarrett, Swain's going to pick up a couple yards. Jeff Swain, and we get a flag too.
Kevin, how do you think this happened? This shouldn't happen, right? But it's the strength and the size of Dak Prescott that kept him upright when Grady Jarrett had him wrapped up. He's 6'2", 238 listed. There's some Big Ben Roethlisberger qualities in there. Hard to get him on the ground.
The act on the sideline was legal. Second down.
Not sure what the act was on the sideline, but since it was illegal, there's no foul, and we keep moving.
The act was legal.
The act was legal. But how about the strength, right? We've seen that throughout Big Ben's career. How many times has he shaken someone off? And what do they say? It's not the first 3 seconds you're concerned with. It's the next 3 when he makes the second act. Dak Prescott did it on that play.
11th play of the drive, and they will run it. Elliott, big hole, breaking tackles inside the 5. And a first and goal as Zach Martin plowing open big holes again.
So take a look at all of these guys and then watch as they move. See, right here to the left, everyone's moved. And look at Zach Martin married up there, which gives a gap to Ezekiel Elliott. And Duke Riley doesn't make the tackle in the hole, number 42. See the hole? Here comes Riley, 42. He goes right past him. Now you're deep into the secondary, and KZ has to take him on.
It's the longest opening drive for the Cowboys this year. 12th play coming up. Amari Cooper lined up top of your screen here on a zone read. Prescott, completing. It's Beasley. No, incomplete. Boy, you don't see Beasley drop many passes. And it looked from our vantage point that he had it, but he couldn't hang on.
That's something that happens rarely because this is so well executed. Watch number 11 in white. Gives him a little slow play like he's going to block with Brian Poole and then breaks away. And the ball hit him in the worst possible places. One of my coaches used to say, right in the hands. And it ends up bouncing off. That won't happen very often with Cole Beasley.
So a gimme touchdown, and the Cowboys will try it again on 2nd and goal. Prescott. A little option here. Pitch out to Elliott. Beasley there. Breaks a tackle. Here come the swarm of Falcons. Well done. As Elliott is going to be held to a gain of about 1.5 yards at a 3rd and goal now.
Big Beasley came out of Clemson as a combination outside linebacker, defensive end. He has not made the plays they've expected in the sack department over the last couple of seasons. But his speed there forced Ezekiel Elliott to turn it back in to where there was help. If he doesn't turn it back inside, he probably beats him to the corner for a touchdown.
Well, surprising he comes out here.
I'm always surprised when he goes off the field.
So Rod Smith comes in for him, number 45. 3rd and goal. Prescott looking, firing, incomplete. Nice play. It was Desmond Trufant who knocked it away. They were trying to get it to Cooper, and after that long drive, they'll settle for a field goal try.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal because of a drop by Cole Beasley on 1st down. Watch Cooper trying to set up, and a good job and really a hold inside there that he gets away with. Desmond Trufant had both hands wrapped around Cooper, gets them off in time, and helps knock the ball away. He did a nice job staying inside and not letting him beat him too much towards the goalposts.
So you see Brett Maher, who's missed field goals now in the last 3 games. This one only from 21 yards out. And it's up and good. So the Cowboys on the board, a long drive that would like to have 7, but they'll take the 3, and they're up early in Atlanta. Elliott making plays.
Dependability, honesty, integrity, just like in the military, at the Air Force Academy, and certainly from my family, my grandfather. Those are the things I'm always getting when I'm dealing with USAA. I can always depend that you're going to be able to get someone on the phone. Those people are going to be friendly, and they're going to be able to help you with whatever you need done. You never feel like you're just a number. You always feel like an individual when you're dealing with USAA. I'm Joe Lombardi, and I'm a USAA member for life.
USAA. Get your insurance quote today.
So we want to make sure you're covered properly.
Okay, State Farm. Let's just say hypothetically that Aaron's bathroom and that person lit a candle and I've never been in a bathroom. Not once.
How does that work?
Well, I meditate and I make it go away.
It smells like you burned something.
We should definitely investigate it.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Do humans know they are paying too much with Verizon?
No, they just don't know that Sprint's unlimited plan gives you 5 lines for just $24 per month per line.
Wow, that would save us
Nearly $8,000.
What about the network?
Now Sprint has LTE Advanced.
It's up to 2 times faster than before.
No way.
Robots don't lie.
The man in the mom jeans is correct.
Get up to 2 times faster speeds and see how you could save nearly $1,000 over Verizon and AT&T with Sprint.
What is that?
No.
He's got a virus.
I have a virus?
Oh, no. I've never seen this.
Did you try restarting it? Mom!
Any key enter, spacebar, escape.
Today's game is sponsored by Bose, the official sound of the NFL. And by Burger King. Get 10 crispy chicken nuggets for just $1 only at Burger King.
Well, everything on the screen right now, it's the longest opening drive the Cowboys have had in terms of plays, in terms of time, in terms of yards. The only disappointment, Charles, is they had a gimme touchdown to a guy who never drops passes, Cole Beasley.
Yeah, that's tough for them. They won't get that very often, but as you pointed out with Brett Maher, who missed 3 of his last 5 field goals, to have that go through the posts has to help his confidence.
No doubt. 21-yard field goal. And the Falcons will start their second possession on their own 25 with 2:56 to go in the first. Matt Ryan's having an unbelievable year, almost overshadowed because of the great quarterback play around the league. But it's really, Charles, on par with his MVP year in 2016. Some areas better than his MVP season. You look at the completion percentage is better. Yards per game a little bit better. 21 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions, and the passer rating is just a shy below. He's been fantastic.
He absolutely has. But today, in the first series, the Cowboys' defensive front imposed their will. So his offensive line has got to find a way to protect him.
4-man rush. He's got protection here, and he's got a completion. It is Calvin Ridley, who's had a splendid rookie year, as a guy that many thought would be a Cowboy, including him.
Yeah, I thought that he was going to get drafted that day when the Cowboys' number came up. They took Leighton Vander Esch, and they're very happy. And so is Atlanta, that he ended up falling to them. And look at him get inside, and nice hands as the ball was slightly behind him, tucks it away for a first down.
Gain of 14. Blitz coming. Coleman sees it, reverses course, left side. Big gain. Tevin Coleman has a first down and then some, and a gain of 15 yards. We've got another game break. Let's check in with Carissa Thompson.
Thanks, Kevin. So Lamar Jackson getting the starting place of an injured Joe Flacco. Opening drive. There were 0 pass attempts, by the way, on this drive. Jackson handing it off to Alex Collins for the score. Ravens up early, 7-0. Kevin?
Look at Alex Collins doing his signature Irish dancing.
Love that.
Proponent of it.
Meanwhile, the Bengals defense has given up 500 yards on back-to-back weeks. Good run by Coleman there. Back-to-back first downs. Ryan, another play pass. Sanu has his first grab of the day in traffic inside the 30. All the way down to the 29 is Mohamed Sanu. These weapons, the Falcons on display.
And one thing the Falcons do really well, they make their pass plays look like running plays. A lot of misdirection in the backfield gave Sanu a chance to find some space downfield. And Kevin, similar to when we saw Dallas against Detroit, Detroit spent their time sending their receivers in the direction of Chidobe Awuzie, number 24. Atlanta doing the same thing early in this one against Dallas.
Good matchup. Julio Jones against Byron Jones, top of your screen. They will run it. Marvin Hall comes around, gets it, and oh, what a tackle! Leighton Vander Esch took on a block and made the play.
Not only did he make a great tackle, watch how he plays off the block of number 70, Jake Matthews, one of the better left tackles in the league. So if you look right here, watch Vander Esch. Plays off the block, separates from him, and makes an excellent form tackle in the open field. He always talks about being an 8-man football player back in Riggins, Idaho. This is why. In 8-man football, it's a lot of space. You have to be a good open field tackler. Vander Esch takes those lessons to the NFL.
That was some play. Made the play of the game last week on defense, too, in their win over Philadelphia. Ryan. The throw gets an Ito Smith in that same area. And is going to come up shy of a first down, bring up a third down, and likely will also bring the end of quarter number 1. So a good first quarter here in Atlanta. Cowboys on the board first. Falcons on the move, though, and a big third down when we come back. 3-0 Dallas after 1.
It's time. Time for a new kind of cloud. The IBM cloud. The cloud that proactively protects your business from threats instead of just reacting to them. That lets you modernize and move more of your apps without rewriting. That unlocks insights from all your data and puts it to work with AI. Get a faster, more secure journey to the cloud. The IBM cloud. The cloud for smarter business.
Hello world. It's nice to meet you. I had an epiphany one night, looking at the endless star-filled sky. The world is ours.
Moments like these inspire everything we do. C-Spire, customer inspired.
Get that great Mac hype feeling.
GM Darren here. It's a Black Friday sales event all month long at Mac Ike Madison.
Doorbuster deals like the new Hemi-powered Ram truck. 0 down, only $385 a month. Or stocks and stuff deals like the new Jeep Cherokee. 0 down, only $319 a month. We get Cyber Monday. Visit us online anytime at MacHikeMadison.com.
Or come see us on I-55 between exit 112 and 114, Madison.
You want a deal? Come get one.
What do you get the person that loves to tailgate? How about a new tailgate?
This year, turn Black Friday into Buick Friday with special deals on Buick's 3 SUVs, like this low-mileage lease on this Encore Preferred for around $179 per month for current eligible lessees, or get $5,500 total value when you finance through GM Financial.
The perfect place to make your escape. Golden Moon offers 600 finely appointed rooms with incredible views. Take a dip in our Vegas-style infinity pool, complete with a full-service bar, slots, and cabanas. Experience the South's premier golf destination at Dancing Rabbit Golf Club. So what are you waiting for? Come see us in Choctaw, Mississippi. Golden Moon Hotel and Casino, a Pearl River Resort property.
Good competitive first quarter, kind of like 2 4 and 5 teams that desperately need a win. Have a third down and 4 from the Dallas 23. There's Ryan. Pressure coming. Ryan sees it, gets rid of it, no one home. Looking for Julio Jones, but maybe miscommunication as Byron Jones was on good coverage anyway.
Well, the timing got thrown off because of the pass rush. Matt Ryan felt it coming from his right side and moved to his left and got rid of the ball, probably a count earlier than he wanted to, as well as excellent coverage downfield by Byron Jones, number 31, on Julio Jones. I want to see if Steve Sarkisian, as the game goes on, the offensive coordinator for Atlanta, moves Julio more to Awuzie's side and less going up against Byron Jones.
Agreed. We'll look at that as the game goes on. Matt Bryant's been out a month with a hamstring injury, and at 43 years old, just as good as he was 20 years ago. Tries to tie this game up from 41 yards out. What a shot. It's perfect. He is something else. Matt Bryant is back, picking up where he left off, and we are all tied in the ATL.
This is Ben Garland. Just finishing up the USO tour. Had an absolute blast. We've been to Italy, been to Germany, had the opportunity to go to multiple bases and meet some unbelievable people. Americans that are, giving it all, giving up their family, sacrificing their time to keep us free. And it's been such a humbling experience to hear their stories, hear what things they've gone through, come out here and put a smile on someone's face and see them light up. And that's been a really cool opportunity. Big heart. Love you guys.
Looking for great deals on a new Honda? Too bad, not this year. It's me, the Grinch, and your little car holiday is canceled. It was just way too happy. So, no decorations, no deals, no donuts, no surprisingly comfortable chairs. No. Best of all, no cars. Get nothing this holiday season at unhappy Honda days. It's on. Light it up like Friday, Friday, light it up. Light it up like Friday, Friday, light it up. Light it up like Friday, Friday, light it up. Don't lie, was you living here? Take a look around, at least you got friends.
This is Ben Garland. Just finishing up the USO tour. Had an absolute blast. We've been to Italy, been to Germany, had the opportunity to go to multiple bases and meet some unbelievable people. Americans that are, giving it all, giving up their family, sacrificing their time to keep us free. And it's been such a humbling experience to hear their stories, hear what things they've gone through, come out here and put a smile on someone's face and see them light up. And that's been a really cool opportunity. Big heart. Love you guys.
Want more stats? Hey Siri, who leads the league in rushing yards?
Well, that's Deion Jones, a Pro Bowl linebacker for Atlanta. He's been out since week 1 with a broken foot. They were thinking maybe they could get him back here today, but he's just not there yet. He was practicing this week, so maybe next week. He's a huge loss. I mean, he's extremely athletic. Speaking of huge losses, the Cowboys have been without that man all year long. Travis Frederick, he's another guy, Pro Bowl center, who's dealing with Guillain-Barré syndrome. It's an autoimmune disease. It's a tough thing. He had a good news week, though. He finally started to get some feeling in his fingers. It's a nerve issue, so now he's hoping it comes back in his legs, but progress. And we're hoping that it continues to get better for Frederick, who's an outstanding player for Dallas. And so Joe Looney, number 73, has played center all year long.
And now Travis Frederick, you saw him with a headset on, trying to help out his guys. Remember, they had a change in coaches. Paul Alexander was let go as the offensive line coach. Mark Colombo took over. And now Travis Frederick trying to help Colombo as kind of a de facto assistant coach with the O-line.
Second possession for Dallas. Here is Elliott. Let's get a report down to the field with Pam Oliver.
Kevin, the Falcons had 2 defensive starters who were injured in the early stages of this game. Safety DeMonte KZ, he has suffered a shoulder injury. He has been able to return. Linebacker Duke Riley, he has a neck stinger. Riley is questionable. Back to you.
Okay, so we already told you that Deion Jones is out. Now Riley, who is another starter, he is out. So the Falcons will mix and match. They've got Kamal Ishmael in there at linebacker right now, number 36. Second down. Prescott. Pressure up the middle and hit as he threw, and that may have affected things. He was trying to get it to Amari Cooper. And Pam's just talking about injuries, and now here's Desmond Trufant, who's down and not getting up. He's their number one cornerback.
It has been the absolute worst case scenario in terms of injuries for this Atlanta team all year long. Many people saw them as a Super Bowl contender going into the season. And right out of the gate, you lose Keanu Neal, who's their Pro Bowl safety. And on this move by Cooper, he ends up catching a shot from the backside. Looked like number 59, Devondre Campbell, his own teammate, whacks him from the backside while he was trying to cover, hoping that it's just a bruise for Trufant, and he'll have an opportunity to get back into the ballgame. Let's see what they do. Probably Isaiah Oliver, number 20, the rookie out of Colorado, who started 2 games, should come in and play one of the corners now for the Falcons.
That will be the case for Dan Quinn's career. You talked about the injuries. I mean, that's tough. Pro Bowl players.
Yes, you're not just talking about guys getting hurt. You're talking about guys that have credentials that are getting hurt and team leaders. That's why KZ, as Pam Oliver reported, his ability to come back in the game is huge down the middle for the Falcons. Leads the NFL in interceptions with 5.
Okay, so a third down as Oliver is in. Looks like he's going to trail Cole Beasley. Cowboys need to get to the 35. It's a blitz. Prescott hit as he throws. It's a floater. Incomplete. Boy, that was dangerous. There was Oliver on the coverage on Beasley. And some pressure helped that happen. And the Cowboys will punt it away.
That felt like Dak Prescott was trying to throw Cole Beasley to another area and couldn't get enough on it. He's trying to throw the ball out here and didn't get enough on it, hoping Cole could run away from him. Watch Dak in the pocket. The pressure you talked about, Kevin, see how he's trying to get that ball all the way out into the flat? But because of the pressure, he couldn't step into the throw and didn't get enough on it.
It's like when you bring the Nerf ball to the beach, Charles. The wind is just too much to overcome.
Even when you play for it.
And it never gets there. So a punt here by Jones. Hardy makes a move across the 40 and gets out to the 43. And so the Falcons will have good field position to see their explosive offense take the field. They are number 8 in the league, 27 points a game. So far this game, tied at 3.
Hey, how do you do that tap thing?
I'm not falling for that again.
Falling for what?
Oh, show me how I tap to pay with my Visa.
Thanks, Rook.
Okay, that's the last time.
Last time for what?
Now you can tap to pay with Visa. Visa, everywhere you want to be. If you look around, the whole world's coming together now. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
What Duluth Buck Naked underwear feels like. Duluth Trading Buck Naked underwear. The most comfortable underwear there is. No pinch, no stink, no sweat. Get a pair. Only at Duluth stores and DuluthTrading.com.
Hey, does anyone have a charger? We're dying.
Yeah, just sit down here.
I'm dying.
Oh no, I'm dying. I'm dying.
Chris Richard, passing game coordinator, but he calls the plays on defense for Dallas against Steve Sarkisian, who's got this offense humming this year. Charles, a couple thoughts about this offense after this play as they will throw it. Quick hitter, it's Hooper. Oh, he dropped it. A couple guineas today that are dropped. No sun on the field or anything like that, so it'll be a second down. But your thoughts about Julio Jones were interesting to me during the break.
Yeah, I think that if I'm Steve Sarkisian, and I've realized early in this ball game that Dallas doesn't really travel their corners, meaning they stay on whatever side they line up on. I'm sending Julio Jones every time to Chidobe Awuzie's side, number 24, and see if I can get him out of that and maybe start traveling things, and then you open things up. Because right now you get your number one corner matched up with your number one receiver if it's man-to-man.
See, now they make that motion because Dallas plays a lot of zone, and now Ryan looks that way, comes back the other way, not there. Pressure coming. Ryan rolling, looking, throwing complete. Hooper, the tight end, hangs on to that one and lunges forward close to an Atlanta first down.
They take Julio and move him, and it determines coverage. You noted it there, Kevin, that it's now zone. Anthony Brown just switched sides of formation for strength. It wasn't a man-to-man coverage thing. But watch Matt Ryan's movement in and out of the pocket. Go back to when Kyle Shanahan came here as the offensive coordinator. Prior to that time, Matt Ryan wasn't much of a mover. He forced him into more movement skills. Matt had to work on that, and it's really added an extra element to his game, and now we're going Wildcat.
That's Mohamed Sanu, who can throw the ball and throw it far. And they will do a zone read. Sanu with a first down. And so the Wildcat to Mohamed Sanu, and he picks it up himself. And we've got another game break. Let's check in with Carissa Thompson.
Thanks, Kevin. So the Redskins have not won a game they've trailed all year, hoping to change that today, and this helps. Alex Smith hands it off to Adrian Peterson for a 3-yard score, his 5th of the year. Texans still leading this one 10-7. Kevin, Charles, and Pam.
Redskins are fighting, Charles, despite their offensive line being almost totally out.
Listen, they went down to Tampa last week with 4 new offensive linemen as starters and won a ball game. So they've been battling and scrapping all year long to go to number 1 in the NFC East.
Ryan to throw it. Fakes right. Coming back to Hooper's tight end again. Austin Hooper making a move, and another nice gain. 8 yards to the tight end who's really blossomed in his 3rd year out of Stanford.
And you have to think that Austin Hooper spent a lot of time this week watching the tape of the Philadelphia game. Because Zach Ertz for the Eagles, their tight end, had 14 catches for 146 yards and 2 touchdowns. So you know he was going to Matt Ryan saying, hey, let's try and use some of that stuff that they did. And what they're trying to do is spread things out with Dallas and work underneath with either Hooper or a running back. And so far, it's been successful.
Yeah, Hooper already 3 catches. On 2nd down, pitch it, Coleman. Good cut. Coleman breaks a tackle. And he's going to be still a little short of a first down. Lawrence, the initial tackler, and then Van Der Esch actually brought him down. So it'll be a 3rd down and maybe less than 1. Falcons get to the line quick, and they will sneak it with Matt Ryan, and they pick it up. Quarterback sneak works, and a first down for Atlanta. We'll see if they keep that tempo going now. They went up-tempo a lot of the second half against Cleveland last week when they were trying to get a rhythm. See that push. Again, steps away, running for his life, taken down. Randy Gregory with the sack.
So if you're Randy Gregory, you've got to point to the back end of your defense and say thank you, because the coverage was good. Did not allow Matt Ryan to see anything downfield that he could pull the trigger and find someone open. And instead, he has to try and hot-foot it out of there. But Randy Gregory, one of the reasons he was drafted, his speed off of the edge and ability to chase people down, and he gets it done.
Calvin Ridley lines up now. In the backfield, they'll pitch it to him. Breaks a tackle. Ridley trying to get to the edge, and does so. The ball is loose, picked up by Atlanta. See if they mark him out of bounds just before the 30-yard line. Jones recovered it.
And Gregory very nearly made a second play. A second big-time play. Watch Gregory, 94 in white. He ends up having Ridley bow out just a little bit more, and a really nice job there, pushing back the blocker, Justin Hardy, back into the secondary, and then that allows there, and he stepped out before the ball comes out, I believe. Watch the left foot. See the left foot there? And now the ball's starting to come out. As long as he's touching any part of it, he's considered out of bounds.
Third down and 7 now. It's Ito Smith in the game. Falcons on third and longs, the best in the NFL. Pressure again. Ryan sees it, and down he goes. It's Lawrence again. And the third sack for the Cowboys in this first half.
Right here. Look at this. And he just takes Ryan Schrader and just goes right around him. That's the 5th sack given up in the statistics that I've noted this year by Ryan Schrader. It's just great pressure, great hustle by DeMarcus Lawrence. Remember, he'll move from side to side, Kevin, for best matchups. I think he likes his matchup against Schrader, number 73, the best in this one today.
Just think about last year when they met. The Cowboys gave up 8 sacks to the Falcons. Here, it's almost the roles reversed. Dallas already has 3 sacks of Matt Ryan, and they will take over possession on their own 10 with 8:09 to go in this first half. DeMarcus Lawrence, 2 sacks, and he hits on the high five celebration for all time in Atlanta.
Wait, what? Everyone's excited about the Chevy vehicles at the Chevy sales event.
I can get used to this.
And you will be too when you find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
The sun's in the sky and a breeze rolls on by. It's a gorgeous day to play. The birds are a-chirping, snowmen are a-singing. It's a gorgeous day to play. Oh yes, the day it is full of life. Finally free to do what I like.
Right now, when you buy a select Samsung or LG phone, you get one free. Put huge HD screens and incredible cameras on your list. Ring in the holidays with buy one, get one free. Only at Metro.
Hey, does anyone have a charger? We're dying.
Yeah, just down here.
I'm dying.
Oh no, I'm dying.
I'm dying.
You know that feeling when the last strip of grass is exactly the width of your lawnmower? That's kind of how it felt when we saved hundreds by switching to Geico.
Thanksgiving Day on Fox. Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Cadillac and by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Well, the Cowboys' defensive line, Pam Oliver told us at the beginning of the broadcast here, without 4 players. And you know what? It hasn't showed. They're playing great. They've got 3 sacks on Matt Ryan. And we've got a tie game at 3 with 8:09 to go in the first half. Here is a delayed handoff to Elliott, who's got 5 yards on first down. I mentioned as we went to break last year, Charles. I mean, they had Chaz Green playing at left tackle because Tyron Smith was hurt. Adrian Claiborne is no longer here, had 6 sacks. The Falcons had 8. It was a nightmare for Dallas, and it really sent them on a tailspin for the rest of the year. As a matter of fact, not only did it send them on a tailspin, you know, Dak Prescott, because now it's Ryan facing the pressure today. Prescott was very honest that he said really until a few weeks ago, that game affected him, and we'll tell you why after this play. A first down and 10. Or excuse me, a 2nd and 5 after the run to Elliott. Prescott going to dump it off. Elliott, that's the first down, so it'll be first down. But I thought that was a really honest admission from him.
And what he meant was, and as he explained to us, there's a clock that every quarterback feels. And they always talk about, hey, on defense, can you speed up the clock that a quarterback has in the pocket? Meaning, how much time do I have to get rid of the football successfully downfield? So if you can speed that up and take that time away, they'll rush, make inaccurate throws, people won't be open. He feels like even when there wasn't pressure, the clock was sped up because of that ball game. The number of sacks he absorbed, he's now settling back in and feeling like he's back on a normal time schedule.
He's not rushing, maybe taking more sacks, but he's trying to make a play. Here he stands 10 there tall, and he throws over the middle to Beasley, who's out to the 29. So a gain of 6. But to your point, Prescott on trying to slow down the clock in his head. And you look at it, since the Atlanta game last year, the next 12 games into this year, he threw a lot of interceptions. And he was sacked 3 times. Now, in the last 4 games, he's been sacked a lot. But interceptions are down. He's being a little bit more patient. Do you think that's a good thing?
I think it's an excellent thing because the ability to hold on to the football, not turn it over, gives you more opportunities to hand it to number 21.
As Elliott here, it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, I was trying to push it down.
Elliott will again take a rest. Cowboys today 2 of 4 on 3rd down.
Tell me. Chris's mom.
No. We haven't seen Amari Cooper yet for Dallas. They tried to get it to him twice, both incomplete, and now Cooper will be on the bottom of your screen.
What it looks like.
4-man rush.
Did you see your white trucker?
Pressure up the middle. Dancing away. Down he goes. He tried to get away, but Big Beasley was there for his 2nd sack of the year.
That's just his 4th sack in his last 19 games. And remember, this is a guy 15 and a half sacks just a few seasons ago. Here's Desmond Trufant back from a thigh injury. He locks onto a
I thought I did because I saw
you did that
I
last time. Oh, I thought I did. I swear to God.
It's okay. It's not that big of a deal.
And then Dak Prescott trying to dance and get away from Big Beasley, who has great agility himself.
You've been doing it recently.
Wins the battle and gets the quarterback down.
Here is Jones on the punt. This is a low sinker. Barney's going to let it bounce. Now he changes his mind.
After you apologize for saying fuck you.
That one went way down the field.
That made me mad. Like, really mad. That made me real mad.
3-3 game in the 2nd quarter.
What's so funny? I don't see what's so funny. Could you make me mad?
Oh, I love that voice.
Alexa, turn on the light.
No. Oh, no, so. I can say it. No, you're not getting one so you say it.
Okay, fine. I don't want one anyways. Fuck you. That's my heart. Oh man. Come on, just one. Just a quick one.
Nothing. That's how you apologize.
Okay, well, you can go home now. Bye. Thanks for the food.
I played 13 years in the NFL. My father played 9 years, and now my son's playing college. So for me, it's important to try to make the game safer. Our technology is a unique combination of custom foam and controlled airflow. I believe we have a solution that can help address the high impacts that you see on kickoff, as well as the repeated impacts on the experience. We won 2 awards from the NFL for safety equipment.
There's a $15.
I'm just trying to do my part for the next generation of athletes, whether it's my kids or the players who came behind me.
You better be able to bring a car.
I know, and so I mean they're gonna book us either way.
I know, but $15 ferry, you better bring a car.
And then yeah, I emailed him this morning, and then he emailed me back, and he was like, yeah, we 100% want to book y'all, just let me know about the car. Blah. I'll send you the details later.
I am never gonna leave this stuff.
Hey.
Are you gonna apologize? Oh, no.
El 85% del cerebro crece hasta los 3 años.
¿Qué es no quién qué
Por
es?
eso ahora es un momento importante para apoyar esos momentos con el Grow Toddler. Nutre el crecimiento sano del cerebro porque tiene
Guess not.
Guess not.
Okay, I got it. Guess not.
que se encuentran en alimentos que pueden ser de poco consumo
Everybody,
en niños.
this woman, he is not a nice woman. Not a nice woman.
Okay, he won't freaking apologize for saying F you, and he knows I don't like that, and that's not nice. Should he apologize for saying F you to me, like, multiple times? Shouldn't he apologize? Shouldn't he apologize?
On the left, Jerry Jones and the Cowboys on the right.
Did you wear this like this?
Always very hospitable to us when we get to it.
No, it's not.
Appreciate that. It's called not a big run. Unfortunately, 2 flags. You certainly have the feeling that may be coming
Oh,
back.
some guy said yes. Man, shut up.
Yeah, he should apologize to me because he's being a big dookie head.
Apologize. Apologize right
No,
now.
because you heard him apologize. Sorry for calling you a dookie head, okay? But you deserved it because you heard him apologize for saying F you.
Referee and the umpire caught it
Said
at the
it.
same
Come on,
time.
said it. Come on.
And you see
No, you didn't. Not to my face. No, you didn't.
Fistfuls of jersey.
No, I said it.
Reed, number
You.
51, who's playing a whale of a
No.
game. Coming in.
No.
I said it.
Look in my eyes and say it loud.
And with all the injuries that Pam Oliver
I said it. Alright, whatever.
Say it. Say it.
Depends on the situation. Yeah.
Say it.
Close to activating Leon Leno. Coach said that.
What?
You were being so young. What if look
I
at me.
just wanted a fucking kiss from my
Look at me.
girlfriend.
Look at me. What if I did something and I did it and I was like, I'm so sorry that I did that. Okay, give me a kiss now.
I didn't say
That's
that.
how you, but that's how it was. No! Look at me, say you're sorry. Like, you mean it.
Sorry.
Say
What the
you're
hell?
sorry.
Nothing's good enough.
Say you're sorry like you mean it.
I said it twice.
Doesn't get him, stays with it, finally puts him on the deck.
3 sacks for the Cowboys. Lawrence with 2.
Go here.
Second down. Ryan gonna let it go. Looking for Julio Jones, and it's intercepted. Oh, what a hit by Jones!
Mr.
Julio
Overreactor.
Jones turned into a safety.
So you wanna like stop feeding me, please?
That was unbelievable.
What do you
So
gotta do?
twice
Come on.
today
Oh,
he
yeah,
has saved
might as well just
interceptions.
take it till 2, honestly.
I mean,
And look at how he goes from offense to defense. Look at his eyes. He sees the play,
Oh my
and he
freaking goodness.
literally tackles Jeff Heath to make sure there's not an interception. How about that football IQ and the awareness to understand what he's doing? A lot of receivers, ball's not there, they give up on the play. Julio Jones protects his team, protects his quarterback, and gives them another opportunity.
Yeah, she looked really cute though.
Unfortunately for Dallas, Jeff Heath got hurt. I mean, he got licked, as you can see, so hopefully he's okay. He comes off, and Kayvon Frazier will come on.
Jeff Heath is used to dealing the blows. One of the better hitters in the league. He takes one from Julio Jones, Secretariat. Goes right through number 38.
That was unbelievable. What a play by Jones, and we get a timeout for Dallas on this third down. And we'll be right back after this message from Bose.
Oh my, what the big is. No, stop.
I'm trying.
So Jeff Heath is now looks like he is going to be maybe he's going to go into the 10. I see. Okay, so they'll check him out after sustaining that hit. Julio Jones, Charles, Steve Sarkisian said it best. We were talking about his blocking. Yeah, he just said there's not star receivers don't do stuff like that.
Oh shit.
They always talk about the skill players. How do you play without the football? That determines how great you are. Julio Jones for Atlanta, Ezekiel Elliott for Dallas. Both of them play awfully hard when they don't have the ball in their hands.
All that said is a third down. Pressure coming. Ryan gets rid of it. And Sanu with a great catch. He saw the hit coming. He ducked under it. And he's got a first down for Atlanta.
Absolutely fearless is Mohamed Sanu. And look at Matt Ryan. Sees it and delivers it. A beautifully thrown football. But it's going to be some traffic. Sanu knows it. From the left side, out of the corner of his eye, sees it, and finds a way to get his big frame, 6'2", down on the ground without absorbing a big hit.
Pitch near side, and Smith, and he is buried. Byron Jones came up from the cornerback spot to make the initial play, and Ito Smith's going to lose a couple.
And watch the safety number, the corner number 30, Anthony Brown, to the left side of your screen. Look at him. He just takes Jake Matthews and Justin Hardy trying to block. See them? They're double teaming him. But what he did was he forced Ito Smith to bow back a little bit farther, which allowed now Byron Jones, unencumbered, to come up and make the play. It's not always the tackler that deserves all of the credit. Nice job there by Brown.
Okay, good. I tried.
Second down. Ryan, near side. He's got Hooper's tight end again. He works his way down to the 40. He's going to pick up 6 in a 3rd and long as Van Der Esch on yet another tackle, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So, a defensive game. We like it here in Atlanta. It's been a fun one. 2 teams who desperately need it. We're tied at 3. 2-minute warning.
Let's see what we got.
Hey, Portal, call Lauren. Wait, it's moving.
And if I go over here,
You can see up here, right?
Charge of one.
like click it. Hey Casey, it's nice to see you today.
Level 23.
What's up?
$23? That looks an effort. I did that in one day, so.
Isn't the best present?
I don't understand what's difficult about this game.
Stella Artois, joie de
It
bière.
gets more difficult.
Who do you think the thief is? Clearly, he's well trained.
Like they move around.
I want to go big. I'm going to show you how. Robin Hood, rated PG-13, Wednesday.
Inferior phone detected.
So over this phone.
Greetings, human. For a limited time at Sprint, you can get the LG V40 for just $20 per month, and they'll throw in a free
How do you
49-inch 4K LG TV.
Good
On to the
deal.
next.
Get the LG V40 for just $20 per month and get a free TV from Sprint.
What is that?
No.
He's got a virus.
I have a virus?
Oh, no. I've never seen this.
Did you try restarting it? Mom!
Any key entered in
Someone
spacebar
could
escape.
control your feet. No, I like it. That's coming on in. No, that's crazy.
My feet.
Plus, you didn't do your 4th stream, so.
Oh, dang. But I was with you till 2 in the morning.
But you didn't do your 4th stream.
Store to your car door. Choose Drive Up at Target.
2 minutes to go in this first half from Atlanta.
No, I really don't have to say anything because we're not going to be down Sunday.
And if the Falcons somehow keep this drive going, it's all on Julio Jones.
I mean, I probably will anyway. I'll
Smashed
change
Jeff
tomorrow.
Heath and took away a surefire interception. But
No
they've got
way.
a 3rd and 8 coming up now.
Oh, movie set. Yeah, guys, we're on set for a new movie. That's
I don't think you can do that. That's nothing like legal.
Four-man
No.
rush. Ryan going to
Maybe.
Julio Jones. Who
Yeah, you
else?
can't show the
First down
set.
on the slants.
No.
And as Charles has been begging for, he was working against Awuzie there.
And I will guarantee you Matt Ryan had that in pre-snap. When he saw the coverage, it was man-to-man underneath, 2 safeties back, 2-man coverage. So he knows that Julio Jones against Awuzie, he'll take that matchup any day, goes to his meal ticket, beats him off the line of scrimmage inside for a key first down.
By the way, Charles, Jeff Heath is back in the ballgame for Dallas, so he's okay after that hit. Here's Ryan going to swing it to Coleman, looking for a block. Tevin Coleman
Ooh.
gets inside the 30 before DeMarcus Lawrence spun him to the ground with 1:14 to go, each team with 2 timeouts.
Get the sense that Atlanta would love to have more opportunities to get their backs isolated on the Dallas linebackers. Jalen Smith, Leighton Van Der Esch have done a terrific job this year. Both of them are great movers, good in space. But Atlanta loves what Ito Smith
Where's
brings,
Pro Club?
Tevin Coleman brings in the open field. They'd like to take some more shots at them in the open field.
Just like it was last time.
Atlanta taking their time. Ryan going deep. Sanu almost. He did a pirouette in the air. Brown had nice coverage in a 3rd and 6 with 39 seconds left.
And Randy Gregory had himself wrapped around Matt Ryan so he couldn't step into the throw. But he put it up high, hoping that Mohamed Sanu could win the 50-50 ball. And he did give him the best opportunity. See, Sanu sees it and makes a play on the football, just unable to come down with it because he had to essentially 360 to go and try and catch it with the coverage from Anthony Brown.
From here, it's a 45-yard field goal, well within Matt Bryant's range, but they're looking for more. On 3rd down, blitz coming, picked up. Ryan still gets pressure. Throw is incomplete. Heath was all over Hooper. Pressure coming from everywhere.
Looked like big 55. Van Der Esch was harassing Matt Ryan. So you've noted it a couple of times, Kevin. More than a couple of times, the pressure. There's Randy Gregory forcing him to step up. Look at Van Der Esch and the ground he covers, eating up the space between himself and the quarterback, Matt Ryan. And Ryan trying to throw back inside the ball. She bounced off, it appears, of Van Der Esch's pads and almost went up for grabs.
Yeah, they picked up the initial blitz by Jalen Smith, but then Van Der Esch came on to make the play. So a 45-yard try from Matt Bryant to give Atlanta the lead. Snap and hold are good, and Bryant is good too. Matt Bryant back from the hamstring injury. He's 2 for 2 today. And Atlanta takes the lead with 29 seconds to go in the half. As we get a chance now, why don't we check in with Kurt Menefee, who I hear maybe at the Fun Factory, Charles.
Hey, did you hear the one about the Texans? They flew to Washington and, boy, their arms tired. And what's the deal with the Jaguars? I mean, why are they 3-6? Am I right? Is this thing on? Seriously, folks, the Visa halftime is next. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Appreciate it.
Kurt is a heck of a host.
Make sure you tip your waiter.
Not sure about the comedy just yet.
He like
He's the best. And that halftime show is coming up in just a bit. Well, that field goal
Tyler,
courtesy of
stop.
Julio
I'm
Jones.
serious. This is crazy.
Certainly was. It should have been an interception. He turned it into an incompletion. Just look at how he turns from offense to defense. And he's not just trying to look at that. That's a full tackle. And Jeff Heath felt the effects and had to go out of the game for a while. He kept that drive alive to give them the opportunity to get the 3 points. Mohamed Sanu with a key catch on the drive.
I forgot Rachel Frank's in Paris. What the
Boxer
hell?
on the kick, and Dallas will be at the 25 with 29 seconds left and 2 timeouts. So we've got some time. Charles, I know you're ready for this one. Saturday, one of the fiercest rivalries in all of sports. Number 4 Michigan and number 10 Ohio State battling for a spot in the Big Ten Championship. Coverage begins Saturday night on Fox. Or of course on Fox Sports. What do you think, man?
Tell you what, Northwestern's already in the other bracket. I think Michigan's playing much better
I don't know
football than Ohio
always
State
was,
right now. And I
France,
know it's
or
13 out of
Paris.
14. Haven't won clubs since 2000. I'm just going to pose it to you this way, Kevin. If not now, Michigan, when? This is the year.
Yeah, you got me
Certainly is. That'll be Saturday. 2 timeouts, 29 seconds left. Prescott going to let it fly far side of the field. Good coverage there, as Alford was all over Michael Gallup. So a 2nd and 10. And as a reminder, the Cowboys do get the ball after the half, so they can somehow squeak together a field goal try here. They'd be ecstatic.
People have been really getting on the corners of the Falcons in recent weeks, and Robert Alford and Desmond Trufant, and questioning how well they've been playing. Trufant took a blow earlier in the game, hurt his thigh. Pam Oliver reported about him being out and then back in the ball game. Then we have Alford on the other side. I think both of them today have done a nice job holding up against these receivers.
2nd down, though, running on the draw. Elliott and breaks a tackle, and he works his way out to the 35, where the Cowboys will call a timeout.
Like every time I
There
go,
it is,
every time
15
I come
seconds
back
to
in the
go.
house, I go to mom's room and I give a kiss and then I get back just to let her know that I'm home.
Charles, we came on the broadcast talking about Amari Cooper and his effect on the Cowboys, especially Dak Prescott. Well, look, they've gotten to him the last 2 games coming into today, 18 times. He caught 11 balls, 10 for first down, all most for Dallas. And Prescott's completion percentage, his 2 best completion percentage games for the last 2 games. So it's kind of odd that today they targeted him a couple times, but didn't have a single catch.
And I think they have to continue to force feed him a little bit into the offense and give him opportunities to make plays downfield. I would take a couple of the deeper shots as well. It's the one element that they haven't gotten together with yet in their 3 games together.
Prescott just gets it to Elliott over the middle. Elliott sizing things up, and good tackle in the open field by Aluakon with 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Wait, is Dallas going to call a timeout? Got a chance at least for a Hail Mary here. Wow. A little surprised that they let the half run out. They could have at least taken a shot, but they decide not to do that. And so we go to break with a 6-3 Atlanta lead. Halftime show coming up. Kurt Menefee and the guys. Let's go to LA for that right now.
The other night I had like over 1,000.
Welcome to the Visa Halftime Report. Visa, everywhere you want to be.
Falcons lead the battle of field goals here as we welcome you to Visa halftime. Terry Bradshaw, the floor is yours.
Well, thank you so much, Kurt. Buccaneers at the Giants. Eli Manning rolling right, little misdirection, wide open to the flat. Saquon Barkley, 6-yard touchdown, 7-0 Giants. Then in the second quarter, single back set, wanted to go left, bounces right, jumps over the defensive tackle, 5-yard touchdown. Giants impressive in the first half, 14-7, on top of the Tampa Bay Bucs. Panthers at the Lions. Cam Newton, there it is, play action. Well, nice job. Greg Olsen, tight end, fakes the block, drifts to the outside, 1-yard touchdown, 7-0 Carolina. Eye right, eye left, toss it to the tailback, carry on Johnson, 8-yard touchdown. Lions up by 3, 10-7 on Carolina. Texans, Washington, Deshaun Watson, DeAndre Hopkins. Ooh, this thing looked like it's going to be intercepted. 16-yard touchdown, 10-0 Houston. Then Alex Smith intercepted by Justin Reed. He returns this thing. Holy cow, how far did he go, Howie?
101 yards.
Howie hadn't run 101 yards in 5 years. Nice job there, Justin Reed. 17-7, Houston on top of Washington. Bengals at the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, number 1 pick out of Louisville, getting his first start for the injured Joe Flacco at quarterback, under ball handling. There he is, bouncing to the outside. Alex Collins, good read by Collins. Wanted to go inside, then bounced it outside. 7-0 Ravens, then off right tackle. Joe Mixon for a 1-yard touchdown. Baltimore 10-7 on top of Cincinnati. 146 remaining in the first half. Titans at the Colts. Andrew Luck.
Put that little arrow right here.
He's 9-0
Okay.
against the Tennessee
Hi
Titans.
everyone, what's up?
10-0. T.Y. Hilton. It's only halftime. Don't give it up yet.
We're in a
I'm giving it
commercial
up.
break.
Okay, you're done.
No.
We're in a commercial break.
Yeah, I'm done.
Halftime.
Colts on top of the Titans.
Love football.
Okay, hang on, folks.
Shoot those
Don't do
baskets.
anything. Steelers. Roethlisberger moving
kidding,
right corner.
kidding.
Jalen Ramsey read his eyes, cut back inside
Hi.
for the interception. It was
Hello.
originally ruled incomplete, then later overturned for the interception. Jaguars 9-0. Jaguars
Yeah,
can't score TV,
Blake
they kick
Bortles
field goals.
is trash.
You know what? You talk about
dude.
teams that can't for so long here, Tony. We thought
I'm
this
going
Falcons
for
defense
who's
couldn't
playing?
stop anybody. They've been much maligned, but they
Going
certainly
for
stepped
the
up so far. This
Falcons.
Well, yeah, they're having trouble, and they went out and got Bruce Irvin.
No,
He got cut by the Raiders, picked him up, and he has added immediate help
Your
to
girl
that
can
defense.
get
You look
it.
at him coming
What?
around the edge to help with the other side is Vic Beasley. Dak Prescott has nowhere to go right here, and then it's very good coverage on the back end. And then right here you can see Vic Beasley do the little loop-de-loop and then come under and get the sack.
Go Falcons.
Defense, they can step up and play big-time
Go
ball.
Falcons.
Go along with that offense.
Woo.
This is a team
Falcons
that's not
for
over yet,
life,
especially
see?
in the NFC. They still can go ahead and get that wild card pick.
I love me.
Follow-
Follow if you're for the Falcons or if you're for the Cowboys. It's still.
This is YouTube.
Oh, I thought it was Twitch. Subscribe.
But we talked about if you how we said
I don't know who the board is. He's trash though.
Ezekiel Elliott, you run the ball. When they've done that, but he's also the leading receiver. The big play that could come
Sorry,
back to
can't
haunt
watch
them
still.
was Cole Beasley drop. That
See,
would have been
everyone's for the
a touchdown
Falcons.
Cowboys to put them up. And this is a tight game, and I agree. The Atlanta's
for Dak
defense
Prescott,
with the
mainly because
addition of
he's
Irvin is totally
Atlanta's defense can
Well, go Falcons.
small, wide,
I don't
run
like
down.
Ezekiel Elliott.
You never
Well,
done the
go
NFL.
Falcons.
And
Ezekiel Elliott
listen,
can.
Cooper comes over. Where's the change in the offense? I
Come
see
on.
no change.
He can eat a fish.
They did change the last couple weeks to try and get him the ball. It has not worked.
Two steps
Yeah,
forward,
because I-
one step
They might be focused. The Cowboys have another half to play against the Falcons
Fedora
coming up
shirt.
in just a bit.
So, yes.
Keep in mind on Thanksgiving,
I think.
it'll be the Cowboys and the Redskins
Cowboys.
right here on Fox. Our
Ooh,
coverage
on
begins
Thanksgiving.
4
Catch,
o'clock
are you gonna
Eastern
stream on
Time, 1
Thanksgiving?
Pacific. Later today, it's
Probably
America's
not.
game of the week. Carson
What are
Wentz
the,
trying to
Oh.
get the
What are
crowd
the
going,
stuff
maybe?
like
I don't know.
turkey
He's on the road against the Saints in a very, 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 very,
Ew.
very important game for the Eagles.
Does she like football? Oh yeah,
The first
love
half, that
football.
Falcons defense coming up big. Another half from the dome after this.
When it comes to supporting California wildfire relief, we're all on the same team.
Cowboys are
Join
Garbo.
Visa in supporting American Red
Right,
Cross
Joey.
relief efforts. Donate now
Cowboys
at
are Garbo.
redcross.org/visa.
Hey, how do you do that tap thing? I'm not going for that again. Oh, showing how I tap to pay with my Visa.
Thanks, Rook.
Okay, that's the last time.
Last time for what?
Now you can tap to pay with Visa. Visa.
Luke the
everywhere you want to
Cowboys.
be.
Y'all keep on running.
Oh,
Can't keep looking back. Y'all keep running.
fuck the
Keep running.
Falcons. My nigga Ty B said like the Falcons. What's up?
Well, don't care.
Rogers Dab Chevrolet and General Motors value the
When
sacrifices
or
made
Yeah,
by
bro.
when there's a time, I'm a Cowboys fan till I die. Cowboys can eat my banana.
rebates on eligible vehicles, like this 2018 Malibu, starting at just $19,944. The new Equinox, starting at $21,987, and exclusive deals on some of Chevy's hottest 2018 models. It's our way of saying thank you for making our homes,
This is the
families,
Falcons
and
only
communities
chat.
safe.
So come to Rogers Dab Chevrolet. It's easier here.
Dude, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Rogers Dab Chevrolet and
He
General
must
Motors
like
value
shoot
the
for a
sacrifices made by our
high
first responders each
smoking
and
hot
every
looking
day.
woman.
First responders
Cause
can
you were
receive
pretty
supplier
attractive.
pricing and
Oh, this is not
qualified
good.
rebates
This is
on
not like
eligible
an angle or
vehicles,
lighting
like this
anyway, so I
2018
probably do
Malibu,
look
starting at
ugly.
just
Well,
$19,944. The new Equinox,
regardless,
starting at
you
$21,987,
are
and
hot,
exclusive
you must be
deals on
shooting
some of
for
Chevy's
like
hottest
a
2018
10.
models. It's our way of saying
You
thank
ain't killing
you
my
for
hot
making our
baby.
homes, families, and communities safe.
So come to Rogers Dab Chevrolet. It's easier here.
Yep. No, I can't be on naked, girl. What the fuck? My dick's hanging out.
You're not
No face.
naked.
New industrial star. Capaya is now advancing in manufacturing, distribution, cutting-edge, sustainable energy development, and much more. Many industries have discovered the Capaya advantage. Location, a variety of access
Alright, I'm done
modes,
with it.
economic
I'll put that in the
incentives,
bag.
and a business-friendly government.
There's still some in there.
Grow and thrive here. Let's do business.
I have never lost a debate on Undisputed.
Come on, Skip.
Come on, Skip.
So much baseball, so
Look, if the Falcons win, the boy gives the if the Falcons win, the guy gives the girl $100, and if the Cowboys win, the girl gives the guy $25.
Okay, I mean the
Man,
Cowboys
if you got a
going in.
tasty Thanksgiving treat coming for you as we get started early with a tasty serving of us right here
I love
on
how like
Fox
you'd
NFL
pay me
Sunday,
100. Oh, I'm
leading
paying
up to a
25.
fantastic rivalry game as Dallas hosts the Washington Redskins. Coverage begins 4 o'clock Eastern
Not shaking
time,
on it.
only here on Fox.
Do it. Do you play Fortnite? Do you play Fortnite? Are you kidding me? He's the Fortnite freaking god. Yes.
I don't even have $100.
You have like $500. Shut up.
I don't have $100.
Yeah, 500.
Ooh, $500, so much money.
For the bet. I'm not.
Well, I mean, me and her are about to make a lot of money. We're gonna be in a movie. We're actors.
Why does everyone think that we're in Georgia?
have a baby.
Every stream I do,
You
everyone's
wouldn't
like,
put up
"Are
with
you
this
from
at the bike
Georgia?"
shop. Don't
Because
put up
your
with it
phone
when you
is
buy a
set
car.
to
It's
Atlanta,
no haggle
Georgia.
November at Rogers Dab Chevrolet. Visit rogersdabs.com to see the deals we're
Why?
offering.
I don't know.
So come to
Okay.
Rogers Dab Chevrolet. It's easier here.
Papa Jones.
Oh yeah. Next year y'all should
Capaya
watch
County has
the
emerged
movie
as the
Mob
Mid-South's
because we're
new
gonna be in it.
industrial star. Capaya is now advancing in manufacturing, distribution, cutting-edge,
it's gonna be a great
sustainable
movie.
energy development, and much more. Many
No,
industries have discovered the
he not
Capaya
nothing
advantage.
but a
Location,
bitch ass
variety
challenge
of
in a
access
sniper
modes,
match.
economic incentives,
Wow, dude,
and a
your
business-friendly
sentence literally
government.
gave me autism. I could not
Locate,
read that.
grow, and thrive
That's
here.
discriminatory.
Chiefs are gonna blow them out. Chiefs
It's
over
a
Rams.
6-3 game
It's
at
gonna be a good
halftime.
game.
Atlanta
That's Monday,
Falcons
isn't it?
lead, been a lot of defense,
The biggest game in the
Is
NFL.
that an adult movie or a movie? Both.
Yeah,
One thing I always tell the new guys, Saquon, football's a mental game.
I'll watch both, not gonna lie.
Hey, how do you
Oh,
do that
yeah.
That's
tap
my
dance?
uncle.
Just tap to
Literally
play.
autism.
Mental game.
Literally autism. Really?
Yeah.
Eli Manning?
Now
Yeah,
you
it's
can
like I'm
tap to
stuck
pay
on
with
cool.
Visa. Visa,
No way.
everywhere you want to be.
Yeah, I'm not
Provides
believing it.
edge-to-edge
You-
intelligence,
That's cool. Are you
covering
related to
virtually
Peyton
every
Manning?
part of your business.
Oh my
so
God,
if someone tries
everyone's
to
freaking
breach your
out.
firewall in London and you start to panic,
Browns
don't.
are gonna win
You've got
this
allies on the
year's
outside.
Super
And if your
Bowl.
customers love this color and don't love
How
this
y'all
one,
got winning?
you can adjust in near real
What?
time. And if it's jammed up here
Who y'all got
and hot
winning?
in here,
Oh,
you can do this, and your flowers
Browns are
won't
not
wilt.
gonna win the
AT&T
Super Bowl
provides
because the Bills
edge-to-edge
are in it.
intelligence. It can do so much for your business. The
I
list
didn't even
goes
know the Bills
on
was
and
still a
on.
football team.
That's the power of and. And if this patient's blood sugar drops,
Hey Google, show me my commute. Traffic is lighter than
Hey,
usual.
Alexa, play
I can dry my hair.
Ah, my titty.
Cowboys, Thanksgiving Day on Fox.
That was so girly.
Everyone who likes the brown steps on Legos.
County has emerged
That
as the
is
Mid-South's new industrial
The
star.
milk is about to shoot out. Oh, fuck!
Is now advancing into manufacturing, distribution, cutting-edge, sustainable energy development, and much more. Many industries have discovered
Brother
the
and sister, or boyfriend and girlfriend. We're brother and
location,
sister.
a variety of
We're just
access
really,
modes,
really close.
economic incentives, and a business-friendly government. Locate, grow, and thrive here.
That'd be so gross.
No, we're not brother and sister, dog. Chill.
We don't look alike
has
at
emerged
all.
as the Mid-South's new industrial star.
No, stop gonna show my damn titties.
I'm not trying to show you titties.
What are you doing? Hold it right
Getting
here.
close to it.
Okay, I can hold it. Damn, you ain't gotta hold it just right here. It's good enough.
There we go.
DTFL. Down to fuck.
Oh.
Children are here. Oh, this is a PG-13 stream, guys. I'm going to stick my popsicle in the wrapper, if you know what I'm saying.
That was not good because it just means it.
Dude, like Johnny Manziel. I get that all the time.
Locate, grow, and thrive.
What's he look like? It's her in the name. That's what he looks like.
No, I do not look like. This is a Christian stream. Please watch your own. Sorry, Father. Sorry, Father.
Sorry, Bobby James.
Bobby James.
MLB Whip Round.
This right here? You hear what they just said?
No.
Without the express written consent of the NFL, any broadcast other than the written express from the NFL is prohibited. I said that so.
I'm faster.
Fuck out of here, fucking faggot.
Hey,
This
watch
ain't
your
no
language.
fucking
Say
PG-13.
effing.
Alright. Alright.
Incompetent.
F out of here, effing F. This ain't no effing PG, effing 13 stream, you effing acoustic, incompetent piece of S word.
Incompetent.
I know, but I'm.
Incompetent.
It's just how he spelled. He said acoustic instead of autistic.
Acoustic. That's not even how you spell acoustic.
Yeah.
Who's winning me? PS4. And no, the Falcons are gonna win. You're
No,
welcome.
the Falcons are winning right now, 3-6 or 6-3.
Falcons!
Oh, we're starting. The game started, guys. Turn it back around.
3 catches for 50 yards.
All right.
I think that's the way I would travel.
There you go, it's
with the
130.
Cowboys.
Elliott in that first half, 9 carries, 47 yards. That's 5.2 a clip. They've been trying to get the pass game working, trying to get Cooper involved. They've targeted him multiple times, but he doesn't have a catch. And to your point, that's what Elliott has done in this first half. And you have a feeling if they're going to win today, got to get on his back again.
Your beard is hella weird.
And I think I would still continue. I would not go away from Amari Cooper. Still continue to find matchups, give him opportunities, because he's one catch away from a big play.
I hope it's not so cold to be crazy.
And we start the third quarter with Prescott back to throw and throwing complete. There is Amari Cooper, as you said, Charles. He's going to pick up 9. Let's go down the sidelines with Pam.
Hey, Kevin, the refrain I heard coming from the Falcons locker room was reset. Dan Quinn told me that they started poorly on third down, but felt like they improved as it went along. Coming in, the idea was to get pressure on Dak Prescott. He says we've done okay with that, but we've got to tackle him and hit him hard. As for Jason Garrett, he told me that we're doing a great job getting pressure on Matt Ryan. That's helping us to neutralize some of the guys outside.
Oh, that's for sure. Pam, here's Elliott. Nice move, and the patient runner works his way out to the 48. 14 yards from Elliott.
And Dan Quinn and Marquand Manuel, the defense coordinator for Atlanta, they had a run blitz dialed up here. Watch number 41, Sherrod Neesman. He's a safety. This is a play he has to make. Got him in the backfield, doesn't even come close. That play has to be made. Eyes have to stay up, has to run through and get some contact on Ezekiel Elliott. He made him totally whip on that play and continues to traverse his way upfield.
That's Alan Hearns in motion. Longest run of the day from Elliott. And so they'll give it to him again. Why not? Bursting up the middle. And again, I mean, it's 5 yards a carry easily. This one is 6. And I thought Dan Quinn had a great nugget about Elliott, right? When he was describing Elliott, he said, with him, it's wait. With us, it's the opposite.
We want to go. And on defense, that's hard to do, to slow yourself down and make sure you stay behind the play and then accelerate to finish the play. Defenders, they just take off and go. And Elliott, he uses that against defenders and turns it into positive gains.
Good start to this drive for Dallas. On the play action, he's got time. Prescott going far side, and Cooper somehow hauls it in. That was good coverage by Trufant, but Amari Cooper brings it down.
And he had the extra pressure of, watch number 41, Neesman, come underneath the route late. He ends up running out into the flat. See 41? So he's going to be on the spot as well. So now you have an extra body that Amari Cooper has to ignore and come down with the football on a contested catch. And Dak Prescott just stays right in there and delivers for Brooks Reed in his chest.
So he had no catches in the first half. He's got 2 catches on this opening drive of the third quarter. With Rod Smith in the game, it'll get the carry. Here is Smith, gets belted, and no gain.
We'll go back to that last throw by Dak Prescott. You go back to our Fox kickoff show. Michael Vick, who's done it pretty well in this league over time, he said that he thinks Dak Prescott has to trust his eyes and just turn the ball loose. All right, trust it, see it, throw the football. I think that was an example of what Michael Vick was talking about on that last throw. You see it, you trust it, put it out there, and give your top receiver an opportunity to make a play. And Cooper's very good at making those contested catches with people draped on him.
Prescott said as a route runner on a scale of 1 to 10, Cooper is a 12.
That's good, right?
On second down, pressure coming, and down he goes. Vic Beasley. Wow, he's been on such a sack drought, and he's got 2 now on the game. He had 1 all year coming in.
What's helping Vic Beasley is that Dak Prescott is a little bit of a mover. And watch Beasley 44. He's coming from a stand-up position in the right side of your screen. He goes right inside of Lyle Collins, number 71. And if it's a play that requires movement and running, that's Vic Beasley's game. Great agility on his feet. Chases down Dak Prescott.
Charles, Atlanta only had 17 sacks all year. That's bottom 5 in the league. They've got 2 today. And it brings up a 3rd and 16. It's only a 3-man rush. Prescott's got all day. They get it to Elliott. Inside makes a move. Gets him in a field goal range. He's going to be shy of the first down, but certainly that is within range of Brett Maher, who will try and tie things up.
And that was a call from Marquand Manuel, the D coordinator, Dan Quinn, the head coach, to loosen everything up and say, we'll give you the field goal attempt. We're not going to give you anything big. All right, anything you want to dump underneath, we'll rally up and make the tackle. That's exactly what they did. And coming into this game, Maher missed 3 of his last 5. He made his first attempt today.
Hit from 21. This from 50.
Oh, look at this.
Everton 6. Brett Maher on the opening drive of the third quarter. Pretty good one.
I want to be Tracer. Oh my god.
Field goal kicker. He might need it today in Atlanta.
Oh my goodness.
6-6. Cowboys Falcons.
No. You guys talk. You don't even have. Why didn't you get to your house?
Because Mom was really mad when I came home from church. She was cleaning the whole house because I'm having people over and she's cooking and I'm not doing anything.
Alright, go home. Go home.
Looking for great deals on a new Honda? Too bad. Not this year. It's me. The
Yeah, we
car
can go forever.
is canceled.
If they ever had a contest like you and like
So, no
$1 million,
decorations, no deals,
go
no
with the
donuts,
longest.
no surprisingly
It was
comfortable
there for
chairs.
days now, right?
Ready? Let's practice one. Yeah, that's pretty good.
No cars. Get nothing this holiday season at unhappy Honda days. Hey, Portal, call Rory. Happy birthday!
Oh, you remember.
Of course I remember. You're my sister.
What'd you get me?
I got you this.
It's half dead.
Just like you.
Ooh. Oh, wait till your birthday comes.
AT&T provides edge-to-edge intelligence, covering virtually every part of your finance business. And so if someone tries to breach your firewall in London and you start to panic, don't. Because your CTO says we've got allies on the outside and security algorithms on the inside. And that way you can focus on expanding into Eastern Europe. And that makes the branch managers happy, and yes, that's the branch managers happy. AT&T provides edge-to-edge intelligence. It can do so much for your business, the list goes on and on. That's the power of and. And when this happens, you'll know.
She's like, Alexa.
For love, forever.
My family in New Jersey.
6-6 our score here from Atlanta in the early third quarter, and taping up
Yeah, I know.
Dak
He's
Prescott
a fat
there.
guy who made a fat guy commercial.
Nice stat he wears each and every week.
They're like movie freaks.
And led his team
I
on
go
an
see every
opening
movie that's
drive.
ever come out.
Settled for a 50-yard Brett Maher field
They go
goal.
by themselves
And that's where we
sometimes.
are right now, as Maher will kick it on off, and it's a short kick. Bounces it around, but then picks it up. And because of the bobble, Atlanta will have it at their own 18-yard line. Well, Dan Quinn is as good as it gets, Charles, as a human being, right? And just some charity work for the Falcons this week.
You don't want your
Spirit of the
coffee?
holiday season, delivered turkeys on Tuesday. And then on Friday, the Falcons held a welcome party for the Tragedy
I said I love
Assistance
you.
Program. It's called TAF.
Damn.
For survivors, military survivors. Families met the players, and this is awesome in so many ways. On all the players' helmets today, there's those initials. They are initials of people that were lost to the military, and now they've befriended, these families. As Ryan looking at kind of sidearms it underneath to Logan Paulson on first down.
64 of those families here. Falcons put on a dinner for the families, I believe, on Friday night out at Flowery Branch, out of their facility. Took care of them, welcomed them in today, obviously. Does a wonderful job, and a lot of what Dan Quinn does with his foundation goes to veterans, wounded warriors, and the Falcons organization done a fantastic job of hosting those families. Everyone's getting something good out of it.
I think that's a great thing. Here's Ryan, will hand it off, and a big hole for Coleman. Tevin Coleman, who's been quiet on the ground game. That's easily his longest run of the day for 17 yards.
How about the left side of that offensive line for the Falcons? 71 Wes Schweitzer, 70 Jake Matthews, with the center 51 Alex Mack getting out to the second level, and he swallows up Van Der Esch initially, and that allowed Tevin Coleman to cut back inside. He obscured the vision of Van Der Esch, 55. He lost sight. Coleman takes off, cuts inside for a big gain.
Oh, it's interesting. Coleman's had only 4 carries today. Their wide receivers have had 3 carries. Here's Lawrence. Ryan spins it away. Get to the Coleman. Breaks free. Tevin Coleman making a big play. He broke out of the tackle of Xavier Woods, and he delivers a first down and a gain of 18.
And Xavier Woods is usually a sure tackler, center field type player, but also tackles well. But how about Matt Ryan? Spins away from DeMarcus Lawrence first. Keeps his composure, gets the ball out in the flat to Tevin Coleman. Play should be over right there on the catch. And Coleman absorbs the blow, lets it go by, and picks up more big yardage.
Coleman gets a breather. Ito Smith back in the game. They'll give it to Smith, and Smith just nowhere to go. Jeff Heath came up from the safety spot, and no gain.
I think Jeff Heath thinks it's a lot better to deliver a blow than to catch one. After Julio Jones whacked him in the first half and prevented an interception, Jeff's thinking this is more like it's supposed to be. I'm the one making the tackles and hitting people. Still haven't seen the big deep ball from the Falcons yet. I want to see if they want to take a shot with someone, try and really push this one downfield.
They go 5 wide on the play. Ryan comes near side, and it's Jones, who's hit immediately by Leighton Van Der Esch, makes the catch. And Leighton Van Der Esch is slow getting up.
But he and Jalen Smith, his partner in tackling, converged at the same time. Both of them read it, both of them saw it, and made their move and got there to help tackle Julio Jones. Look, there's 55, and then guess who gets him? Looks like his teammate on top, and then maybe he got caught a little bit underneath.
So Van Der Esch on one knee on the field. They tend to him. Back after this.
Wait, what? Everyone's excited about the Chevy vehicles at the Chevy Black Friday sales event.
I can get used to this.
And you will be too when you get 0% financing on our award-winning Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs.
How is that even possible?
Now get 0% financing for 72 months on popular 2018 and 2019 Chevy models. Or make no monthly payments until next year. The Black Friday sales event ends soon. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Knows you're a craftsman guy. You have a lot of tools. Tools for everything you've done around the house. But there's the moment you realize your new project means new tools.
Yes.
When tool guys need new tools,
Full lifetime warranty.
they start with Lowe's. The new home of craftsmen.
Played 13 years in the NFL. My father played 9 years, and now my son's playing college. So for me, it's important to try to make the game safer. Our technology is a unique combination of custom foam and controlled airflow. I believe we have a solution that can help address the high impacts that you see on kickoff, as well as the repeated impacts lineman experience. We've won 2 awards from the NFL for safety equipment. I'm just trying to do my part for the next generation of athletes, whether it's my kids or the players who came behind me.
Well, Jimmy's proud to have helped put a roof over the heads of hundreds of families. He's most proud of the one who's kept over his own.
Get paid twice as fast with QuickBooks Smart Invoicing. QuickBooks, backing you.
Well, Leighton Van Der Esch did walk up under his own power, talking to Sean Lee, his mentor, and Pam tells us he got the wind knocked out of him. You have to sit out one play when you go out with an injury, and it's a big play, 3rd and 4. Ryan stands in, gonna go deep for Julio Jones, incomplete. Awuzie did a nice job on Jones, and a 4th and 4 is coming up.
He did an excellent job because what Atlanta did was showed bunch formation to the left, 3 receivers to take all of your attention there and make it an isolated one-on-one Julio Jones against Awuzie, and Awuzie does a nice job. See how he's reading the eyes? See how his eyes are into Julio's eyes, and when the arms come up, he brings his arms up and helps affect the catch.
This will be a 53-yard field goal for Matt Bryant, who, by the way, yeah, he's 43, but he has a 57-yarder this year. He's got plenty of leg. Here is Bryant. Yep, good again. Now, Matt Bryant was on the DL for a month with a hamstring, and he's come back like, no big deal. 3 for 3, 53 yards. Falcons back in front. The battle of the field goals.
What average underwear feels like. What Duluth Buck Naked underwear feels like. Duluth Trading Buck Naked underwear. The most comfortable underwear there is. No pinch, no stink, no sweat. Get a pair. Only at Duluth stores and DuluthTrading.com.
Love me like you say. Darling, tell me all the ways. Tell me all the ways. Oh, all the ways. Bring home the holidays with same-day delivery from Target.
Good eating. The thief is clearly he's well trained.
I want to go big.
I'm going to show you how.
Robin Hood, rated PG-13, Wednesday.
Inferior phone detected.
So over this phone.
Greetings, human. For a limited time at Sprint, you can get the LG V40 for just $20 per month, and they'll throw in a free 49-inch 4K LG TV.
On to the next.
Get the LG V40 for just $20 per month and get a free TV from Sprint.
Fidelity's rewriting the rules of investing again. Introducing Fidelity Stock and Bond Index Funds with lower expense ratios than comparable Vanguard funds. And we now offer the industry's first true zero expense ratio index funds directly to investors. Plus, we have Fidelity Mutual Funds with zero minimum investment. How many other firms give you this much value? Absolutely zero.
While Greg's growing his personal training business, he's also found a way to spend more time with his growing family.
Snap and sort your expenses with QuickBooks and find on average $4,628 in tax savings. QuickBooks, backing you.
The Las Vegas Invitational, this Thanksgiving on FS1. Today's meeting is sponsored by Chevy. Chevy is urging you to dependability awards of postcards, trucks, and SUVs. And by Burger King. Get 10 crispy chicken nuggets for just $1, only at Burger King.
You know, Matt Bryant's been out a month with a hamstring, and he comes back today. Giorgio Tavecchio, who filled in for him, has been great. He had all 5 field goals. And yeah, ho-hum, 3 field goals, right down the middle. The last one, a 53-yarder. So valuable to these Falcons, and his 3 field goals have them in the lead today. And for more on the ageless Bryant, let's go downstairs to Pam Oliver.
Yeah, Kevin, further evidence that Matt Bryant is the man. He did miss those 3 games, as you mentioned, with the hamstring injury, but hasn't missed a beat. When he's off the field, though, I've seen Bryant keep a heating pad on his back. No official injury news from the Falcons, but perhaps that's a little, incident from his hamstring injuries.
And he's 43. Yeah, I mean, he's just trying to keep it loose back there. And I talked to him before the ball game, and he told me he had a great week of work, worked it out very well, and came back with no soreness. But maybe it's a little of that preventive heating pad that he's trying to work on now.
Elliott on the catch. I got news for you. All I do is talk for a living. I had a heating pad on my back the other day.
I'm 54, but there's a lot more than heating pads going on.
In reality, the crazy thing I think about him is he hasn't lost any distance.
No. Look, his all-time career long, I believe, 62.
That won a game in Tampa.
In Tampa Bay. And he's hit 59 in 2016, 57 this year. That was the kick where he hurt his hamstring, and the ball still went through the post. These Falcons kickers, between the two of them, absolutely perfect season.
Now it's the Cowboys' turn. Second down and 6. It's Elliott on the stretch right, and Ezekiel Elliott is close to a first down. We have another game break. Let's check in with Carissa Thompson.
Thanks, Kevin. So the Bucs are trailing 14-7 when Ryan Fitzpatrick's pass intended for Deshaun Jackson, intercepted by Alec Ogletree, takes it in for 6. Giants up in this one, 21-7. Kevin Charles.
Well, the Giants having a little life, and Tampa has no life.
Doesn't that sum up their season?
That does.
In a lot of ways for Tampa. Even a tough play turns against them, turns into a pick.
Elliott on 3rd and short, and he's got a first down. Forward progress for Elliott, so tough to stop in those situations. I'm looking around the scoreboard today. How about the Indianapolis Colts? They're leading 24-3 over the Titans. They've won 3 in a row. No one's talking about them.
I just wonder if Andrew Luck has been sacked yet. He's gone 4 straight games without being sacked. That's been the problem that they've had since he's joined the Indianapolis Colts. And was he working on a string of 6 straight games with 3 touchdowns or more in each game? Look out. And so far, we just got the word so far, he still hasn't been sacked.
Impressive. Zeke Elliott's impressive. 72 yards on the ground so far today. He'll get it again. Stutter step and a spin, and he's down to the 40. I mean, he's averaging 5.5 yards a carry. There's really no reason to not give it to him at this point.
I think very hard about what is the strength of my team if I'm Dallas. And we've said that the offensive line isn't the same as it has been, but still their strength is moving piles and running the football. So I would think about a little bit of attrition here in the second half. Lean on those big guys up front, led by Zach Martin, number 70. They're all pro guard. And see what you can do with him, the rest of those offensive linemen, and Zeke Elliott.
Jordan Lewis is in the game, a cornerback. That's him. He gets it on the jet sweep. Lewis to the 45. He'll be about a half-yard shy of a first down. He's done that before this year. They put him in motion. That's the second carry of the season for Lewis. Charles, the Cowboys made some offensive line changes. Paul Alexander was fired middle of the year. It doesn't happen very often for an O-line coach. Hudson Howard's been around the game for a long time.
But he's really more of an advisory role now, isn't he?
Mark Colombo is the guy.
Taking over.
Yep, that's the guy who played for the Cowboys.
Taking over, and back giving them the techniques that they've been utilizing previously in blocking. Paul Alexander had a different way of doing things. They didn't adapt to it very well.
3rd and 1. They'll give it to Elliott. And the ball is loose. It's on the ground. Dallas picks it up, but now where is the ball? It looks from here like it'll be enough for a first down, and it is. So they get a little lucky. Elliott's fumbled 3 times this year, but Cowboys get it back.
And Lyle Collins, I believe, is the one. And look at that ball getting popped free on the tackle. I believe that's 95. Jack Crawford, the former Cowboy, who comes down the line of scrimmage, pops it loose. The scramble occurs. The blocking is still going there by Tyron Smith, and he can advance the football there. All right? So there it is, and Lyle Collins advances it and picks up a first down. So many linemen doing more and more ball drills because possession's so valuable in the NFL nowadays. They get them familiar with having it in their hands.
Prescott, pressure coming, set up a screen to Smith. Rod Smith, spin move into midfield before Aluakon. He's had a pretty nice day in the middle of that Falcons defense. Makes the tackle. Richards was there as well.
And watch the spin move by Smith, because Zach Martin has the block right there on Richards. And Richards holds his ground, does a nice job, but that allows Zach Martin to get a second block in. But the job that Richards did in holding up that screen kept it from being a bigger gain.
Elliott's back in the game. And they'll give it to him. Right. Elliott cuts to the outside, and I feel like I've said this all day. He's close to another Cowboys first down for Devondre Campbell. Forces him out. Looks like where they put that down, that should be a first down, and it will be, I believe.
I just think you just go on the backs of these guys up front now. Joe Looney, 73. He's now in there, of course, taking over for Travis Frederick, who's out. Zach Martin, number 70, right guard. Lyle Collins, 71, right tackle. Xavier Suafilo, 76. Now they're starting left guard. And 77, Tyron Smith. They're all pro left tackle. I would just lean on them in the running game. Not that you don't throw it anymore, but your primary is to run the football and let Zeke Elliott go.
That is Mark Colombo, we were talking about earlier, the former Cowboys right tackle, now the O-line coach. Cowboys running it a lot in this second half. They've almost run it as much as passed it. And Elliott there with not much room. To say, though, Charles, despite all that, despite Elliott getting big chunks on the ground, Falcons defense came in. They're 29th in the NFL. They've held their own today.
They haven't made it easy, all right? There haven't been those big 30, 40-yard runs. All right, they've got chunks at times, don't get me wrong. But as you said, they have not given up that monster play that really shreds the defense. But if I'm Dallas, continue to rely on the running game, lean on them, and see if you can wear them down as this game gets deeper into it.
Bring in the fullback Olawale, but they'll throw it. Prescott near side, completes. Cooper makes a move for a first down. Dak Prescott with a good throw, and then Amari Cooper, and you hear some coo chants from the Cowboys fans here, and he picks up 16 yards.
And when it's Atlanta, it's Hoop for Austin Hooper. Dallas, Coop for Amari Cooper. And Brian Poole tries to get underneath it, just outside of his hand, and Cooper, let's keep this thing rolling. But what were they able to do, Kevin? Find him out in the flat off of play action, because the running game has been established very well here in the second half.
Another methodical drive by Dallas. 11th play of this one. Prescott. Time. Get it to Smith. One-handed catch in the flat. And he's down to the 19 for a pickup of 6 yards.
He has really remade himself as a football player, as Rod Smith. You know, he's at Ohio State. He was a fullback. He was a lead guy, a blocker, didn't touch it very much. You know why he was a fullback? Because Ezekiel Elliott showed up. I mean, that kind of takes that away from him. He was a goal line runner for them. And here in Dallas now backing up Zeke, showing his ability to catch the football in the backfield, pass protect. and do all the things you need from a running back.
So, the Falcons have the lead, but the Cowboys on the move.
The management policy. I can pay my bill, add a new driver, or even file a claim. Woo! Hey now, that's a win-win.
Thank you. Switch to Geico. It's a win-win.
I told you a secret. We love that bitter sweetness. Talking about oh, so sweet like honey.
Welcome to Copiah County. Copiah County has emerged as the Mid-South's new industrial star. Copiah is now advancing in manufacturing, distribution, cutting-edge, sustainable energy development, and much more. Many industries have discovered the Copiah advantage. Location, a variety of access modes, economic incentives, and a business-friendly government. Locate, grow, and thrive here. Let's do business. Rogers Dab Chevrolet and General Motors value the sacrifices made by our first responders each and every day. First responders can receive supplier pricing and qualifying rebates on eligible vehicles, like this 2018 Malibu, starting at just $19,944. The new Equinox, starting at $21,987. And exclusive deals on some of Chevy's hottest 2018 models. It's our way of saying thank you for making our homes, families, and communities safer.
So come to Rogers Dab Chevrolet.
It's easier here. Rogers Dab Chevrolet and General Motors value the sacrifices made by our first responders each and every day. First responders can receive supplier pricing and qualifying rebates on eligible vehicles, like this 2018 Malibu, starting at just $19,944. The new Equinox, starting at $21,987. And exclusive deals on some of Chevy's hottest 2018 models. It's our way of saying thank you for making our homes, families, and communities safer.
So come to Rogers Dab Chevrolet.
It's easier here.
It's another long drive by the Cowboys as we start this fourth quarter. Here is Prescott. Play action. Pressure coming. Gets rid of it in time. It's Elliott. Good play out there in the flat. Jordan Richards was right there to make sure that Elliott could not haul it in. And so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 7.
And look at the coverage, because that ball's thrown very well, but as Elliott tries to tuck it away, Jordan Richards stays with the play. This is the mark of a tough, good defensive back. You may get beat on the pass, but if you stay with it, you can affect it later, and he pops it free. And here's Marquand Mandel, defensive coordinator. Kevin, who thought we'd get this far where this game might be turned over to the D coordinators of both teams?
That's where it is right now on a big 3rd down. Cowboys need to get to the 14. It's a blitz. Picked up. Prescott hits Beasley. First down. Breaking inside the 5. He goes to old reliable Cole Beasley, and it's a 1st and goal for Dallas.
And how long has Cole Beasley been waiting for this opportunity? As he runs this underneath shallow cross and gets wide open. Remember earlier in the game, he had a touchdown in his hands that he dropped. It turned into a field goal for Dallas. He's been seeking atonement ever since. Gets it there.
And they're going quick here. 1st and goal. Elliott on his own read. Is Prescott on the keeper. Prescott! Touchdown, Dallas!
Look, even though the zone read works and he pulls it, it's not a clear, clean run for him. This is where the strength of Dak Prescott comes to the front. As he cuts inside, Casey has him, but a nice cut with some power back to the inside. And the big body of Dak Prescott lands in the end zone.
A 4-yard touchdown run. The extra point is no good. That's a huge miss because it's only a field goal game now by Maher. We told you about his field goal misses recently. He had been perfect on extra points. So Prescott with a big play. It does put the Cowboys in front, but only a 3-point lead now.
Hey, hear about the new plans from Metro by T-Mobile? I'm so hungry. Now they include Amazon Prime.
This is from Metro?
Yep, I'm thinking about switching.
That's smart.
Yeah, I'm also thinking about hitting up that sushi joint.
Switch to Metro. Get 4 lines for only $30 per line with Amazon Prime included. Metro by T-Mobile. Now buy one Samsung Galaxy or LG phone and get one free.
What average underwear feels like. What Duluth Buck Naked underwear feels like. Duluth Trading Buck Naked underwear. The most comfortable underwear there is. No pinch, no stink, no sweat. Get a pair. Only at Duluth stores and DuluthTrading.com.
Okay, if I'm gonna steal Christmas, I'm gonna need some gear. What? Ebates? Max, where did you hear about this? Cashback? Sure. Hey, it actually worked. It's a Christmas miracle. Net launching candy cane? Oh, that'll work.
Sign up for rebates and get cash back, so every purchase is a steal. And see the Grinch in theaters.
We're more than just $5 medium one-topping pizzas. Stuffed garlic knots, breadsticks, bone-out wings, pasta, and new Cinnabon mini rolls. We're the $5 lineup with the best sides for your pizza. $5 each. Choose 2 or more, $5 each. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Go. Gotta keep on running. You can't keep looking back. Gotta keep running. Keep running. Oh man, you're never gonna get out.
The Las Vegas Invitational this Thanksgiving on FS1.
Redskins, Cowboys, Thanksgiving Day on Fox.
Today's game is sponsored by T-Mobile. Whether you're home or away, T-Mobile has you covered.
Well, Dak Prescott has led the Cowboys on a couple long drives. Vic Beasley here may have gotten a little deep. What happened?
Right side of your screen. He goes inside, and he doesn't read the quarterback pulling it. He goes for the running back, Ezekiel Elliott, and that's why Dak Prescott takes the ball from Elliott, keeps it. He's had 2 sacks today, has Vic Beasley, and has played fairly well, but did not read his keys on that one, and it turned into a touchdown for Dallas.
Think about Dallas, a couple drives. That touchdown drive was 14 plays. It took 7:53. They had a field goal drive earlier that was 15 plays. Took 7.5 minutes as well. We told you before, Saturday, it's a big one, right? It's number 4, Michigan, number 10, Ohio State, for a spot in the Big Ten Championship. Covered Saturday, 11 Eastern on Fox, or you can see it anywhere on the Fox Sports app. But Charles, I want to point out 2 big things. You talked about Cole Beasley looking for redemption. He dropped a touchdown earlier, so they left 4 points on the board.
Yes.
Now an extra point miss.
And now it's only a 3-point game, as you pointed out, when the extra point was missed by Brett Maher.
They have an 8-point lead. It's a Cowboys 3-point lead, but it is their lead, and the Falcons go to the ground with Tevin Coleman.
And normally when you miss an extra point, there's something wrong with the whole operation, right? Is it the snap is high? You know, the extra point holder didn't get it on the ground correctly. Hard to detect anything wrong there. Good snap, good hold, and he just pulls it left.
On the fake pressure again. Here comes Crawford. Ryan eludes, now steps up, goes for Jones. Nicely done. Julio Jones with a toe tap inbounds, and a first down for Atlanta with a gain of 19.
How about the dexterity of Julio Jones, understanding where he is on the field, able to catch the football with his hands, get both feet down, and finish the process of the catch. And Matt Ryan in the pocket, how about his ability to elude and then drive the ball on a deep outside throw for Julio Jones?
You know, the Falcons average over 400 yards a game. Dallas has held them to 214 so far here in this 4th quarter, but that's a nice pickup. Edo Smith in the game at tailback. They'll fake it to him. Ryan quick over the middle. Oh, it's intercepted. It is intercepted by Leighton Vander Esch, and he's got some blocks. Leighton Vander Esch. An interception last week and a huge interception this week.
And it was off of what they call the RPO, the run-pass option. Fakes it inside. For the Falcons, it's really a pass-run option because Matt Ryan's not going to run it. And the ball just goes right off the hands of Ridley. An excellent hand-eye coordination by Leighton Vander Esch as that ball comes off hot and twists right to him, able to grab it. And then he turns back into the quarterback he was in 8-man football in high school and becomes a big-time runner.
It's a fascinating twist, right? Many thought that the Cowboys would or should have taken Calvin Ridley. They've both been great for their respective teams. It's Ridley dropping it right into the arms of Van Der Esch, who's been a stud. And now Dallas with a 3-point lead, looking to add from their 31. They'll run it. Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott chugging forward inside the 25, down to the 24. He picks up 7.
Haven't seen that often this year from Matt Ryan. That's what his 4th interception thrown for the season. And Van Der Esch, as you mentioned, Kevin, back-to-back weeks with a pick. And he is an old-school-looking linebacker in every way. And there it is, the two guys. Calvin Ridley thought when the Cowboys number came up, he would get the call. He did not. Leighton Van Der Esch got the call. The draft happened in AT&T Stadium in Dallas. And the Cowboy fans booed. They wanted the receiver. I think they're very happy to have Van Der Esch now, especially with the injury to Sean Layton.
And the funny thing is, both those guys went on a visit together to the Patriots, and they're friends. They got along great.
Like each other very well, and both landed in excellent situations.
Not friends right now. Cameron Fleming comes in, by the way. Lyle Collins got hurt on that last play, and Elliott doesn't care. He breaks 3 into the end zone. Touchdown.
We talk so often about this Dallas offensive line, and even with a substitution, look at everyone locked up on each other. Man on man, white shirt on black shirt, and Devontae Casey can't make the tackle in the open field, and Ezekiel Elliott gives Dallas a nice advantage.
Now Maher will try again with extra point attempt. And that one, he sneaks it home. So Ezekiel Elliott's having a big day, 114 rushing yards, a 28-yard touchdown run here. And the Cowboys with 13 points in 41 seconds to grab a 10-point lead. Jerry Jones, oh yeah.
From the filmmakers of The Lord of the Rings comes a vision of our future.
To think this is what it looks like.
That's what happens when the earth gets shattered into 1,000 pieces.
After the war, cities were rebuilt in the skies, on the seas. But the deadliest ones were built on wheels.
That is London. We have to stop London before it destroys us.
They're playing with fire.
Mortal Engines. See it in IMAX. Rated PG-13.
Football is a full contact sport. There's a lot of things I do to try to protect myself. When I block, I try to keep my head out of it. I try to use more hands. You definitely have to have confidence in your equipment. League and the NFLPA, they're testing new helmets, and they show us data and research for how different helmets have scored. Matter of fact, this season, I got fitted specifically for a custom helmet. It's important to have that data just because you feel like you've made the best decision when it comes to your equipment.
One thing I always tell the new guys, Saquon, football's a mental game.
1835.
Hey, how do you do that tap thing again? Oh, you just tap to pay. Mental game.
Now you can tap to pay with Visa. Visa, everywhere you want to be.
So we want to make sure you're covered properly.
Okay, State Farm, let's just say, hypothetically, that someone used Aaron's bathroom and that person lit a candle and the candle accidentally lit a towel on fire and the towel charred the wall. What would that... Weren't you just in the bathroom? I've never been in a bathroom. Not once. How does that work? Well, I meditate and I make it go away. It smells like you burned some. We should definitely investigate it.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Van Der Esch, the rookie, keeps making plays, but Charles, you were begging for it at halftime. Cowboys run the ball more. They've listened.
Yeah, and I think it's been a little bit of attrition. They're starting to get bigger chunks, wear down that defensive front of Atlanta with their big offensive line, and it led to the last touchdown after intercepted by Van Der Esch.
And Now the Falcons have work to do with 12:26 to go. Well, Leighton Vander Esch really is a terrific story. The rookie out of Boise State. Charles talked about a walk-on there. Leads the team in tackles. He's born in '96 in Riggins, Idaho. There's 400 people that live there. It's a small town. Salmon River High School. Yeah, they played 8-man football, so he had to tackle. So what does he do? He walks on to Boise, and he's the Mountain West Defensive Player of the Year, and then he's the 19th overall pick, and then he leads the team in tackles. And now he's got 2 interceptions in back-to-back weeks. The last one set up a touchdown, and he really is turning into one of the outstanding stories of the year in the NFL. And here he is on the field again with a 10-point lead.
And in today's football, one of the bigger linebackers still in the game. He looks old school with his size.
Here is Coleman. Nice hole left side. Tevin Coleman has a first down. And we've got a game break with Carissa Thompson.
Thanks, Kevin. So the Redskins were down 17-7 when Alex Smith drops back, pressured. J.J. Watt lands on his right ankle, a gruesome injury. He was carted off. He is now on his way to the hospital. But Colt McCoy comes in and completes this pass to Jordan Reed. The Cowboys and Redskins, of course, play on Thursday. Kevin?
It's a monster story, Chris. If you're Sanu, Vander Esch misses that tackle, and Sanu makes a good move and powers his way to a first down. It's a huge story. The Redskins are in first place, and you don't want to speculate, but man, oh man, didn't look good.
Don't want to say it, but how about the strength here of Mohamed Sanu? We've been talking about Leighton Vander Esch being an old-school linebacker, how big he is. Look at him shrug him off with the straight arm and then put his shoulder down and run through the last tackle at the end to pick up additional yardage.
Gain of 12. They will run it here, and it's Coleman. Good run. Charles, there's so much time left in this game, obviously, but it feels like it's going to take a lot of effort to score a touchdown against this Cowboys defense today.
It does feel that way, but they're running it a little bit better now than maybe we might have suspected coming into the game. Plenty of time. They don't have to change much of what they do on offense in order to stay with this one.
Fine. Pass time. There's Julio Jones inside the 30 and down to the 25. So when in doubt, just get it to number 11 as he picks up 20.
Nice job on the read by Matt Ryan, because look at what he's getting. It is not man-to-man coverage. Zone coverage. He finds a dead spot inside, and Ryan puts it right on him.
Amazingly, Falcons haven't been in the red zone today.
Look a little discombobulated right there, getting lined up.
Here's a fake, but pressure from Gregory. Ryan resets, he throws his Paulson, the tight end. Stiff arm, Paulson. What a stiff arm to Awuzie, and it picked him up a first down to the 10.
And Kevin, it was the guy that looked like he was confused getting set up, which was Logan Paulson, who ended up being the receiver. Faked the block and became the receiver and takes it. Look at the straight arm that he puts on Awuzie to keep him off of him and gain additional yardage.
Now, the Falcons finally in the red zone where, we know about their past troubles. Week 1 against the Eagles, terrible since they had been red hot. And they're in there for the first time today, and they need a touchdown. They're down 10 with 9:45 to go. They'll pitch it. They'll get a run. It's Smith. He's got 4 touchdowns on the year. He's down to the 6. As Paulson was down on the ground, but he gets up. Sarkisian calling the plays. Again, that red zone turnaround.
And you notice he brought Austin Hooper back into the ball game. Zach Ertz caught 2 touchdown passes last week against this Dallas defense in similar situations. He's looking for an opportunity to make his mark here.
Julio Jones on the left side.
With Byron Jones.
2nd and 5. They will run it. Smith near side. No. They can get a first down at the 1, so this is not a 3rd and goal, but it's going to be a 3rd down, and we'll call it 3. There's an injured Cowboy, and that is Tyrone Crawford.
At a spot they can ill afford to lose players. Pam Oliver talks about at the beginning of the game how many defensive linemen the Cowboys were down.
They tend to Crawford. It's a pivotal play coming up. Falcons have a 3rd and 2. Looking to punch it in. Down 10 in the 4th.
Dependability, honesty, integrity, just like in the military and at the Air Force Academy, and certainly for my family, my grandfather, those are the things I'm always getting when I'm dealing with USAA. You can always depend that you're going to be able to get someone on the phone. Those people are going to be friendly, and they're going to be able to help you with whatever you need done. You never feel like you're just a number. You always feel like an individual when you're dealing with USAA. I'm Joe Lombardi, and I'm a USAA member for life.
USAA. Get your insurance quote today.
I'm Ken Jacobus, and I switched to the Spark Cash Card from Capital One. I earn unlimited 2% cash back on everything I buy. And last year, I earned $36,000 in cash back, which I used to offer health insurance to my employees. What's in your wallet?
What makes CarGurus the #1 car shopping site?
The thing I like most about CarGurus is looking at the great deals.
CarGurus gave me a lot of information that I wouldn't know how to find anywhere else.
Everything I needed to find in a car was right there.
I was able to understand whether I had a good deal or not before I walked into the dealership. Changed the whole buying experience for me.
I found my car on CarGurus.
Go to CarGurus today to find great deals from top-rated dealers near you.
Not long ago, Rhonda started here. And then more jobs began to appear. These techs in a lab, this builder in a hard hat, the welders and electricians who do all of that. The diner staffed up because they all needed lunch. Teachers, doctors, jobs grew a bunch. What started with one job spread all around because each job in energy creates many more in this town. Energy lives here. The unmistakable Cadillac XT4. Once again, driving is joyful. Starting under $36,000.
Tyrone Crawford is out. They're getting looked at, and now it's a monster play. A 3rd down and 2 from the 3. They can get a 1st down at the 1. Ryan looks right, looks left, throw incomplete. He tried to get it to Hooper. And I'm wondering if there's any thoughts of going, and I guess not, because it looks like the field goal unit's coming on.
Yeah, since they didn't gain any yardage, that took it out of the hands of Dan Quinn. Look at the left side of your screen. Hooper 81 tries to run a whip route back inside, and Leighton Vander Esch is all over it. Does not get overextended, does not go upfield on Hooper, but to allow him to cut back inside, holds his ground, stays in the right spot. Excellent leverage there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, Falcons need 2 scores instead of going for it here. They will try and make it a 1-score game with Bryant from 21. It's perfect. He is 4 for 4. Not what they wanted, but within 7 with 8.5 to go. And we'll be right back after this message from Farmers Insurance.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a huge drag. Nothing worth losing sleep over because we covered it. Talk to Farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are Farmers. Bum, 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 bum. Vander Esch makes another play. He had the pick that set up the touchdown. He makes a play down the goal line. For more on him, let's go down to Pam.
Yeah, Kevin, Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones told me something very interesting when I talked to him before the game. Jones told me when linebacker Sean Lee does come back from his latest hamstring injury, the Cowboys will then rotate him with rookie linebacker Leighton Vander Esch. That is very unusual because Sean Lee is the undisputed quarterback of the Dallas defense, and he almost never comes off the field. Kevin?
Pam, that's interesting because I don't know how in the world you could possibly take 55 off the field.
Yeah, I think that Vander Esch here's what I think actually happens. Vander Esch stays on the field, and I know that that's their thought process, as Jerry Jones reported to Pam Oliver. The coaches might say, you know something, sir? 55 stays on, Sean Lee comes back on, and Damian Wilson becomes your backup outside linebacker. Then you get your best guys on the field.
And you see Sean Lee, look, he's a tremendous player, so obviously if he's healthy, he's going to play.
And Vander Esch is big enough to play that strong side linebacker. You can move him over there. That fits his body type very well. Then you got your three best backers on the field. So I know what their intention is. The coaching staff may have a different discussion.
Right tackle Lyle Collins is back in the game. Remember on the Elliott touchdown run, he went out for a play. Cam Fleming came in to play right tackle. So Collins, 71, back in. Prescott the throw. Near side, it's Beasley, who's wide open. And pivots his way out to the 32 for a gain of 7. So here we are. And as you predicted earlier, this game may be coming down to Marquand Manuel.
Yeah, Marquand Manuel versus Chris Richard. And Marquand Manuel is the defensive coordinator of the Atlanta Falcons. This game back in his hands, his defense's hands. His team just went downfield and scored, kicked a field goal. They've got an opportunity. Can his defense hold Dallas out of the end zone, keep them off the board, and give them a chance? And then it turns back into Chris Richard's game. So who would have thought we'd be this deep into Atlanta and Dallas, and the defensive coordinators would become the story?
Second down, Elliott. It's going to bring him a third down. Game break, let's check in with Kurt Menefee.
Well, Odell Beckham said the Giants could run the table. They beat San Francisco Monday night, and now they're up 31-14 in the fourth quarter on top of the Bucs after that 8-yard score. And by the way, Ryan Fitzpatrick has thrown 3 interceptions and has been benched for Jameis Winston. Stop me if you've heard that before, Kevin and Charles.
Well, I don't think things are going well in Tampa. That's an understatement. Here, the Cowboys up by 7, 3rd and 1, 7 minutes to play.
If you're Atlanta, you load up for Ezekiel Elliott right here.
Play clock winding down. They get it. It's a zone read. Prescott has the first down. Flexing his muscles.
And now it's pure power. Watch watch Prescott as he pulls it from Elliott's chest. And here comes Foye Oluokun, from Yale, the rookie. And he's right there in good position. But the strength of Prescott carries him past the first down marker.
So he had the touchdown on the zone replay. A humongous pickup on 3rd and 1. And, of course, the clock winding now. 6:21 to go. It's a factor. Prescott throw it near side. Swain, the tight end, has it. And he's got a 4-yard gain. Maybe 5, depending on where they put it. Cowboys with their run game today, 128 yards on the ground. Ezekiel Elliott has 116 of those. He has also got 66 yards in the air. Another just phenomenal performance.
And offensive coordinator Scott Linehan, coaching from the box now. Have you noticed on this drive, first down passes? Because Atlanta loading up for Ezekiel Elliott. He's trying to loosen it up a little bit, get a few yards on first down, and typically comes back with Elliott on second down here on second and about 5.5.
Zone read again. Prescott keeps that time. Takk McKinley did not fall for it. Now you'd have to think with 5.5 to go. Of course, Atlanta has 3 timeouts. It's a pretty huge play.
That was well defended because they played every bit of what Dallas could throw at them. They had Elliott covered on the inside run. They had the right defender there in Dak Prescott's face in case he pulled it. And they bring it up and put it on the arm of Dak Prescott here. A key 3rd down for both of these squads.
And movement. Next, Zach Martin.
Offense, number 70. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Only the 3rd penalty of the game overall. First for Dallas.
Watch to the right of your screen. The right guard, Zach Martin, doesn't make very many mistakes. And that's a tough one because it was already a 3rd and long. Now it's 3rd and longer. Zeke Elliott's going to come out of the backfield on this one. Atlanta needs to get off the field.
Cowboys need to get to the 46. It's only a 3-man rush. Prescott has time. Elliott is going to go nowhere. It's going to lose a yard. So the penalty enormous, and the Falcons will get the ball back with plenty of time, down 7.
So Marquand Manuel's defense, which has had its share of troubles throughout this season, gets it done in the most crucial stage here in this ball game. Get the ball back for their offense. Zach Martin, you saw his reaction, knowing that his penalty really put Dallas in Dutch.
And here comes Chris Jones, who will punt it for the first time this half. Justin Hardy back to return. Good kick. Jones high and deep. Hardy pinned against the sideline and has nowhere to go. What a kick. And then that. Kayvon Frazier was down on special teams. But then a penalty. Hardy had nowhere to go. It was Lenore who came in late. He was...
Oh, that's just... I don't even know what to say to that because the special teams coach is going to be looking at it and saying, young man.
The play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Kicking team number 14 does a 15-yard penalty out of the end of the play. First down.
So Keiko Quinn, the special teams coach, I'm not even sure he's going to know how to address that. He was so far out of bounds. And I know that Lenore doesn't get to play very often, but you've got to understand your situations.
Maybe the season on the line for Atlanta. They're down 7 and they've got the ball.
The new Capital One Saver Card. Earn 4% cash back on dining and 4% on entertainment. Now when you go out, you cash in. What's in your wallet?
Knows you're a craftsman guy. You have a lot of tools. Tools for everything you've done around the house. But there's the moment you realize your new project needs new tools. When tool guys need new tools, they start with Lowe's, the new home of craftsmen. Save $130 on a Craftsman 26-inch tool chest and cabinet combo.
AT&T provides edge-to-edge intelligence, covering virtually every part of your healthcare business, so that if she has a heart problem and the staff needs to know, they will. And they'll drop everything and share the data with other specialists. And they'll drop everything and take care of this baby.
Yeah, that procedure seems right.
And that one too. AT&T provides edge-to-edge intelligence. It can do so much for your business, the list goes on and on. That's the power of and. And when your patient's tests come back,
USA, Italy, Tuesday at 2:30 Eastern on FS1.
Today's game is sponsored by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
This is an unbelievably bad penalty for Lance Lenore here.
So far out of bounds, Jason Garrett trying to give him a little love there because he knows he's got to get his attention focused forward. It's probably the special teams coach there, Keiko Quinn, talking to him, but now it's all in the hands of their defense.
Instead of starting at the 16, now you get it out across the 30. It's a big difference and a big hole. Look at this. It's Coleman out to the 45. What a change of momentum for these Falcons who are down 7 and off to a good start here.
And this offensive line of Atlanta's been maligned about being able to run the football all year. Look at them. Everyone locked up on someone. And even Austin Hooper, number 81, the tight end on the backside of the play, he got a nice block as well.
Blitz coming. Jalen Smith, they get rid of it quick to the far side. It's Ridley out to midfield. So that blitz didn't have a chance. Pickup of 6 yards.
I think Matt Ryan is going to understand pre-snap before the ball goes. All right, where are my prime targets? Where's Byron Jones, number 31 for Dallas? That's the toughest corner to go against, and take his chances elsewhere.
Put this in perspective. Atlanta right now, with New Orleans leading the division at 8-1, they're not going to catch them. They have got to have this win. Right now, they're on the outside looking in the playoff chase. Coleman tripped up. What a play. Malik Collins busted through, and a loss.
And how happy are they to have him back and able to play? There was some question because he's had a bad knee recently. But look at him work his way upfield and work right through the attempted block by number 63, Ben Garland, and able to knock him down. That's what Rod Marinelli coaches, the defensive lineman, as well as being the defensive coordinator. Upfield pressure and make plays in the backfield.
Oh, this is 4-down territory where we are right now. 4-man rush, but pressure. Ryan stands in, throws, Sanu, what hands! Somehow he held on with Anthony Brown all over him, and it's a first down.
Watch Matt Ryan stand firm against the pressure of the Dallas pocket. The Dallas Cowboys finds an open spot. And as you noted, the hands of Mohamed Sanu. Look how strong they are because Anthony Brown's contesting this catch. And he comes down with it and fights it the whole way. Look at Brown trying to rake the ball out. Sanu doesn't let it happen.
Looks like Atlanta is almost content winding it down to the 2-minute warning. And no, they'll get off the play. Ryan, quick hitter going outside of Smith. Ito Smith working his way for a pickup of 9. And that will take us down to the 2-minute warning, and we are in for a heck of a finish from Atlanta. The Cowboys have had themselves a big second half. Dak Prescott and company, but here comes Matt Ryan down 7. He's got the Falcons on the move.
The sun's in the sky and a breeze rolls on by. It's a gorgeous day to play. The birds are a-chirping, snowmen are a-singing. It's a gorgeous day to play. Oh yes, the day it is full of life. I'm finally free to do what I like. It's a gorgeous day to play inside.
Stay warm this Black Friday with a PS4 bundle and VR bundles.
What if we could turn trash into money? Plastic Bank is doing just that by exchanging plastic for digital credits, redeemable for everything from food to education, powered by IBM blockchain. When you understand the potential of new technology, you can put smart to work.
This is our workshop. This is our North Star. This is our wonderland. And this is our season of performance. Hurry into the Acura Season of Performance event going on now. This holiday, visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on the MDX. Hurry, this event won't last.
This Black Friday at Target, save on hundreds of deals. Deals on TVs. Deals on toys. Deals on Xbox and more. Doors open 5 p.m. Thursday, only at Target.
Our parties are much less crowded than this.
Dilly dilly! Dilly dilly!
Our catchphrase is much more dignified than that.
What'd you say?
What?
Bud Light, for the many, not the few.
Redskins, Cowboys, Thanksgiving Day on Fox.
The Las Vegas Invitational, this Thanksgiving on FS1.
Today's game is sponsored by Bud Light, reminding you to not drink and ride your horse.
1:59 to play from Atlanta. 19-12 Cowboys. So the Falcons need a touchdown, and they're on the move. Second down. Ryan going for it all, looking for Julio Jones. He caught it! Touchdown! Awuzie was on the coverage, and he was no match for the great Julio Jones.
Right from pre-snap, Matt Ryan reads the man-to-man coverage, and who are you going to take your chances with? Awuzie made a nice play earlier in the ball game against Julio Jones downfield, but on this one, the concentration and the strong hands of Jones win the day. He sees the ball, it's being jostled, look at it, ball pops up, Jones stays with it and takes it away from Awuzie for a big touchdown.
Falcons need this to tie it. The extra point from Brian, and we are tied. Julio Jones. Matt Ryan told us once he gets his first one, the floodgates will open. He had a TD against Washington. He had a TD last week, and now at the most important time from 34 yards out. And we are tied. And keep in mind, a couple things. A lot of time left. The Cowboys missed their last extra point.
Yes. But they can wipe everything away with a drive here. And you see Dak Prescott telling his team, we can get it done. But how about Atlanta's last two drives? Picked up the field goal and then come right back and get the touchdown to tie this ball game. Talk about some intestinal fortitude from the team in Atlanta. We've seen it on the last couple of drives. And don't forget their defense holding up on that drive after the field goal to give their offense another opportunity.
Julio Jones is truly amazing. 118 yards now and a touchdown. Let's also remember that hit on what would have been an interception that he made on Jeff Heath, which dislodged that pick. They got a field goal on that drive, so he saved 3 points there. Look at what he's done in his career. It's amazing. 100-yard games, first 8 years, 46. It's the most of all time. More than Randy Moss. Compute that for a second. It's just hard to comprehend his greatness sometimes. And this has been some game. We've been tied 3 times now here today. But for Dallas, all in front of them. Minute 52 to go. 3 timeouts. They've got a world of time.
Yeah, and this is the opportunity now for Dak Prescott, because in this situation, you can't just strictly run the football. The minute 52 on the clock. Even though you have your timeouts, he's going to have to make some throws here. And Atlanta, nice defensive stand on the last series. They go out with some confidence themselves.
Prescott led them on a great drive to win in Philadelphia last week in the fourth quarter. 152 and 3 timeouts for him here. 4-man rush. Prescott going to let it fly far side of the field. It hung up there forever, but Gallup couldn't come down with it. That was dinked and dunked and boinked, but it ended up incomplete.
But look at the coverage by Alford, Kevin. See how he just pins him towards the sideline? It makes it very tough, and then he uses his body to shield Gallup from being able to break back inside and catch the football. That's excellent coverage on the corner by Robert Alford, number 23.
Second down. Prescott over the middle. He's got his tight end Swain, who is swarmed at the 30. The 3rd and 5 is coming up. Lewicon's had a nice game at middle linebacker, and he was there first. And now the Falcons call timeout.
Funny, I talked to Jeff Ulbrich, the linebackers coach for Atlanta, and he said that when they got a Lewicon in camp, he was teasing a little bit about being a Yalie, an Ivy League guy. And the Lewicon told him, Coach, there are guys that go to Yale, to be students and what have you. He said, I'm a football player that went to Yale. Let's not get it mistaken. He's proven his worth so far here in his rookie year. Pretty cool, huh?
That's pretty awesome. So's this 3rd down and 5. So not only are the Cowboys trying to win it, but if they don't convert here, Atlanta's got plenty of time left to try and win it.
Don't forget, Cole Beasley's their top 3rd down receiver. He'll be covered by Brian Poole, number 34, top of your screen in the slot.
Three-man rush. Prescott, pressure coming, senses, throws far side, and a completion and a first down. It's Gallup who came back to get it nicely, and Dallas's drive continues. 1:25 to go.
And Kevin, they doubled Cole Beasley on that play. Gallup had to win on the perimeter, and he did.
Now they're hurrying up to the line at the 40. Prescott dumps it over the middle. Elliott with a good hard cut to midfield and another first down. And realistically, Charles, they need another 13 yards to have a field goal try and a chance to win it here.
There's Brett Maher getting loose. He has one game-winning kick this year against Detroit earlier, a 38-yarder.
The season high is 55 yards. Prescott, a lot of time lofting it for Swain. Oh, that was dangerous. And it's incomplete as Neesman was on the coverage, and it does stop the clock.
Prescott, as I look, I don't take very long downfield. I find my outlet, number 21. Get it to him and see what he can do is trying to get a few yards downfield, because, remember, he's one broken tackle away from getting you the yardage you need. Can they find Amari Cooper? Can he make one of those plays that they used the #1 pick on him? You get him, he's in the slot at the bottom of your screen.
Second down. Prescott, pressure coming, hangs in. Beasley's got it. First down, in field goal range. Cole Beasley as Prescott waited to the last moment. And we have an injured Cowboy on the play.
Little whip route, and then he comes back the other way. A lot of people call that a jerk route because as a defensive back, that's what you feel like when he makes a second move and moves away from you. And how about Dak Prescott falling away, throws back across his body, and puts it on it? And Prescott, very calm. Kevin, you made the point earlier about that clock slowing that back down in his head from earlier. Remember, it sped up after the game last year. He was sacked 8 times. That clock slowed down big on that play. He did not overthink it. He also didn't hurry it. Stayed with it and made that throw. And Beasley made a nice job making the extra move to get open and put themselves in a great spot.
And that's what he had been talking about. He has taken more sacks, but he's trying to make more plays, and that was there. Meanwhile, there's concern for Tyron Smith, who's been dealing with back spasms, and so he is down right now. Cowboys are already in field goal range with 34 seconds to play, and while they 10 with Tyron Smith, let's get a quick game break from Carissa Thompson.
Thanks, Kevin. So you guys got a great game here. Another good one in Detroit. Matt Stafford connects with Kenny Golladay for this 19-yard score, his 5th of the season. Lions now lead 20-13 with under 5 to play. Kevin, Charles, and Cam.
Well, that's big in the NFC wildcard race. I did not see that one coming. So, Charles, let's set it up. 34 seconds left. They continue to work on Tyron Smith, so Cameron Fleming will at least come in for one play, a tackle. But right now, for Brett Maher, it's a 48-yard kick.
And what you're asking him is, where do you want the football? That's what you have to know going in the huddle. Where does your kicker want the football when he kicks it, right? Some guys like it on the left hash. Some guys like the right hash. They will tell you the best spot. He's in range. You don't want to gum it up now if you are Dallas. Just put it in a spot to give your kicker the best opportunity and try and run this thing down to the buzzer.
That's what they could do. They've got 2 timeouts left here, so they can't run it. Just remember, Maher has missed field goals in 3 consecutive games, and they missed an extra point here tonight. So pressure on the young man. First, Cowboys trying to get closer. 34 seconds left. Draw to Elliott, and doesn't get much. And the whistle blows, and timeout on the field. This one will be Atlanta. Maher just sitting and waiting. Again, won a game against the Lions at the Horn. Week 4, we were there for that one.
Had a chance in Washington to tie it. But remember, they had that snap infraction against LP Ladouceur. This holder, something you hardly ever see, and it moved from a 47 to a 52-yarder, and he barely missed that.
Right. He hit the upright on that one. And just, you think about this game, Dallas has had opportunities to really put it away. This Beasley doesn't drop balls. That's a touchdown. So they did get a field goal, but they lost 4 points there. They missed an extra point, as we told you about. That's been an issue. The big penalty on the kickoff, which helped Atlanta go down the field and tie it. But with all that being said, they've got a chance to win it here. 29 seconds left. Falcons load up the box. They'll run it to Elliott, and Elliott gets a little closer, down to the 25. And a timeout on the field. It's going to be Atlanta, so their last timeout. It'll be a 3rd down coming up, and I think that the Cowboys will run it one more time. That's what Charles was talking about. LP Ladouceur, who had that strange penalty. Chris Jones, the punter, is the holder, and it's Maher has been sitting thinking about this thing for 3 minutes.
Just think about his career path, too. Talk about Maher. He's in Dallas's camp in 2013, goes to Canada and kicks 78% made field goals for 4 years. In Houston camp in 2017, back to Dallas this year. Has 1 game-winning field goal, as we just showed you. He's hoping for an opportunity in another.
Dallas will run one more time. The timeout's in their back pocket on a 3rd down and 6. It's Elliott up the middle, gets it a little closer inside the 25. As Ezekiel Elliott goes over 200 total yards on the day. 122 rushing. They'll let the clock tick down to about 4 seconds, and then we'll see if Brett Maher can be a hero.
And he gets to run out there with the understanding, too, that they can't call the extra timeout, freeze him late. It's one shot, and he can go ahead and go.
So either the Cowboys win it or we go to overtime here in Atlanta. Huge game for both. Dallas trying to get back to 500. A loss would really hurt Atlanta. They dropped to 4-6. Maher is hit from 21. He's hit from 50. This from 42 yards out.
Oh shit, he made it. He barely made it, holy crap. Wow.
What a game. New life for Dallas. Road wins in Philly and Atlanta. And Maher, the hero at the buzzer.
It may have given Cowboy fans a little bit of an anxious moment as it approached the post, but it clears it to the inside, and Dallas wins a huge must-win game. And for Atlanta, hard to see their path to the playoffs after today's loss.
Think about this. The Redskins are losing right now. That holds. Dallas will play on Thanksgiving against Washington for first place in the division. What a game. Final score, the Cowboys 22, the Falcons 19. We send it to L.A. for the State Farm Game Break Show. Take it away, Kurt.
Welcome to the State Farm Game Break Show.
And you see the final numbers, 22-19. The Cowboys get to 500. We will get you a little bonus coverage in just a bit. But right now, guys, I want to start with you, Howie, and talk about this Dallas team and how big this win is. It's 2 in a row for them now, and they're still alive.
2 weeks in a row. We talked about the NFC.
All right, streaming the Saints game next. So, streaming the Saints game next, so subscribe if you guys want to watch it. I'll be on in about 20 minutes. So, yeah, I told you boys the Cowboys was going to win that one. Boy.
There you go.
Obviously, you're all smiles, Dad. Tell me about just how this win really helps the Cowboys, their psyche, their confidence, the whole nine.
Yeah, this was huge for us. It was our first back-to-back wins this year. So, and doing that, good job, buddy, good job. And doing that on the road in this environment in a close game like that, having to put a 2-minute drive together, this is huge for this team. We want to take this momentum and keep moving.
You were talking to us about just getting comfortable, feeling better about this offense. Give me some specifics on that.
Yeah, I mean, the guys are just running around, so they're getting open, the line's protecting. We wanted that ball right there with the game on the line in 2 minutes. Right there, big third down conversion. They protected. Young Michael Gallup made a great catch on the sideline. We just showed the character of this team once again. Continue to fight our backs against the wall. This team's got a lot in them.
Congratulations to you.
Yep, thank you, Pam.
Back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Pam and Dak. You know, it's interesting you look at the numbers, Michael. Only 200 yards, 208 officially, and no touchdowns. But this is what we talked about in the pregame show. They ran the ball today.
They ran the ball. You know, Zeke Elliott, 23 for 122 and a touchdown. But they did what they needed to do, especially at the end of the game.
Guys, subscribe to the channel. Probably going to get off, though, for a minute because I've been streaming forever. So I'll be back on. So, yeah. Guys, subscribe. Gonna get off. I'll be streaming in about 20 minutes. So, see you guys.
My Giants still out of it. I refuse to believe they're out of it, but I'm just...